From the sandy shores of Cape Cod, Massachusetts, Falmouth Commodores baseball is on the air.
Going to left field, it is gone!
4-hit day, 2 RBI single for Dylan Carey, and the Commodores push the lead to 2.
8 runs, second inning, and the Doors are on top.
Throw to the plate, not in time. Falmouth is going to the Western Division Final.
First pitch is moments away, so let's open the door with the pregame show on Doors Radio.
For the first time this season, welcome to the Cage at Spillane. Doors looking for their first road win of the summer. 0-10 to start, looking to make it 1-10 as they face the Wareham Gatemen for the second time in 2024. Good evening, everybody. Alongside my pal, MJ Newsom, I'm Aiden Blank. Good to be with you again, friendo, and we are across the bridge for the second time this season. This time a little bit drier than the last. We're going to play some baseball tonight.
We get to play some baseball tonight, Aiden, and it is a much more beautiful day today. Of course, last time we got here, and then all of a sudden, the buckets just dumped on us, and we all of a sudden had to escape the Chili's, and then we heard, hey, game's canceled. Come back on July 11th, and that's where we are. We're excited to be here, and Aiden, it's a big one. Falmouth lost a heartbreaker last night, 4-3 against Hyannis. The bad news is you're 0-10 on the road. The good news is you got a chance to take out. You get a crack at your top team in your division, go out and win some games, and the better news is you play them again tomorrow at home.
Offensively, Wareham, there's no other way to put it. They're cooking. They're hitting in the 270s as a team. They have more home runs than all but one team in this league. They have the second best record in the league, best record in the West Division. Boy, would this be an interesting time or what to get your first road win. And you didn't play a bad game the first time you met. Obviously, very different rosters. I don't see any reason why this team can't compete with the best in the division.
Absolutely not. You mentioned the last time these two teams met was, golly, almost a month ago. Second game of the season, a 4-2 win for Wareham, and kind of an outlier 2 runs in the last couple innings. Henry Cook had a 2-run homer. But you talk about competing with anyone, Gage Wood can't compete with anyone the Falmouth starter.
Gage Wood is going to start. He will be opposed by Yoel Tejeda Jr. Looking forward to this matchup, MJ. These are two premier arms in the league, both sub-3 ERA. Gage is getting close to a sub-1.5.
And Gage Wood, he's coming off his best start, maybe not just his best start, the best start for the Commodores this summer, maybe in all of Cape Cod. 9 strikeouts across 5 innings, not a single run on 2 hits against Chatham on Saturday. Gage Wood was miraculous, and this is a guy you're going to see for 5+ innings. Throw 94+ on his fastball. He's got a good breaking ball as well. He's known more as a bullpen guy. We have seen him as a long reliever, a middle reliever, a closer, and a starter. He started in his Arkansas career a couple seasons ago as the closer for the Razorbacks, started a handful of games this past spring, and all of a sudden is getting a back-to-back starts here for the Commodores in the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Braden has a conversation with last night's starter, Sean Brennan, who had a wonderful start, and his head coach is the manager for the game, or beg your pardon, his associate head coach is the manager for the Gatemen, Ryan Smythe. Braden talks to Sean Brennan on the other side of the break. Pre-game rolls on here on Doors Radio, Gatemen and the Doors.
Ace Ticket is proud to be a platinum sponsor of Falmouth Commodores baseball. They specialize in hard-to-find tickets for all types of events. Their secure website provides the ideal solution to all your ticket needs, and their experienced staff is standing by ready to help. Visit aceticket.com to get in the game.
Authentic Cape Cod dining is right around the corner at Jim's Clam Shack. Open seasonally for over 50 years, Jim's features oceanfront views with all the lobster, shrimp, burgers, and clams you can ask for. Stop by for a pregame meal or enjoy an off day at Jim's Clam Shack. Find them at 227 Clinton Ave right here in Falmouth and hit your next meal out of the park.
Operating a business on Martha's Vineyard can be challenging. The weather, the local economy, and our sensitive environment can all play a role. We support island businesses that know the value of making good, responsible, local decisions. From checking to savings to online banking, business and residential loans. Go with the bank that makes its decisions locally too. Martha's Vineyard Savings Bank. Banking that's vineyard sound.
Over 60 years and 4 generations, the vision of C.H. Newton Builders continues in their family-owned custom home building company with locations across New England. Expertise, customization, and first-class quality are all at the core of every project they complete. With C.H. Newton Builders, it's more than a home, it's a family. Find them at chnewton.com and get started today.
Here at Spillane Field, Braden Shank joined alongside Keystone College's Sean Brennan. Sean, you made your first start of the season last night at Hyannis. What has the whole Cape Cod Baseball League experience been like for you so far?
You know, it's just been so unbelievably I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be here, man. You know, come from Keystone College, you know, it's a little bit of a different environment, but being around all these top guys in the country, it's an amazing experience. You know, I'm happy to be here.
And your Giant teammate Nick Ravel just activated. What's your relationship like with Nick, and what is it like having him out here with you?
You know, having him all season here, or having him all season at Keystone, it was awesome. You know, we got really close. I was only there for the one semester, but we got really close, and now he's here living with me. You know, it's awesome, especially got put into a tough spot, unfortunately. You know, baseball happens, but it's awesome to see him throw here, especially the rest of the season.
We were talking pregame with head coach Ryan Smythe, who's the associate head coach for Keystone. What was that conversation like with Coach Smythe?
You know, I went up to him and I said, you know, just like you said, this place is gorgeous. You know, it's forgiving. You know, it's beautiful. We also talked about don't go in the water. You know, that's what he told me. He said the sharks, all that stuff. So that's what we had.
That ask you scared of the sharks?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get in there. You know, he said the moment you see seals, you start running.
That's good advice right there.
Yeah, right.
So what was working well for you on the mound at McKeon Park the other day?
You know, I pretty much threw like 90% fastballs. You know, I had a good ride. It just kept going, spotting up pretty well, doing my thing. It was tough adjusting to the zone from going from Keystone College to here, but got a hang of it, and it was working. For sure.
And obviously, not been out here that long, but besides the Sharks, is there anything else you tried to venture out and explore Cape Cod with?
Not much. You know, I've only been here for about 2 days. I live over in Mashpee, and there was a lake over there, so I went in the lake, fished a little bit. Pretty much what I've done so far.
Awesome. Well, that was Keystone College's Sean Brennan. Coming up next, first pitch between the Gatemen and the Commodores.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Cape League Baseball is brought to you by 99 Restaurants, Hampton Inn, Baseball Cloud, Cape Cod 5, Franklin Sports, Milton Cat, T-Mobile, Yawkey Foundation, Netting Pros, Mosquito Joe of Plymouth Cape Cod, Nantucket Nectars, Veolia North America, Coca-Cola Beverages Northeast, and Del Mar Vacation Rentals.
When you think of summer in Cape Cod, you think of 3 things: beaches, baseball, and seafood Sam's. Since 1974, Sam's has been a Falmouth tradition, offering the very best in fresh local seafood. With over 100 items on their menu, the whole family can enjoy their award-winning Cape Cod cuisine. Stop by before the game at 356 Palmer Ave and try out the best seafood Sam's has to offer.
Whether you own a car, home, business, or investment property, you want to keep it secure and protected. Since 1989, our friends at Northeast Metro West Insurance Agency have provided reliable insurance services across the Commonwealth. They offer that personal touch to ensure that your assets are safe and secure. Visit them on the web at neinsure.com or stop into their Falmouth location at 194 Worcester Court to find a policy that meets your needs.
Welcome back to Spillane Field in Wareham. Across the bridge for the first time this season, Aiden Blank alongside MJ Newsom. The Doors facing off against the Wareham Gatemen. It's time for today's starting lineups, and we will start with the visitors, and those are the Falmouth Commodores. They come into this game at 7-14. Jackson Willits is the leadoff hitter, second baseman. He's out of Oklahoma. Then it's Kevin Keelan. He's the shortstop out of Louisville, batting second, though he transferred to Tennessee. Zion Rose, center fielder from Louisville, is batting third. Dylan Carey, third baseman from Nebraska, bats fourth. Trent Caraway, DH out of Oregon State, had a couple of hits last night, one of only two to get multiple hits. He will bat fifth. Batting sixth is Luke Gaffney, left fielder, transferred to Clemson. The right fielder, Gavin Turley, is in the 7th spot. Then it's Scott Mudler, catcher from Oklahoma, back in the lineup tonight. He's hitting 8th. And Isaiah Barquette, the first baseman, bats 9th. And MJ, they face a very tenacious Wareham lineup that just seemingly continues to roll.
Well, that's the reason why the Wareham Gatemen are what they are. 14-5-1, the top in the West Division. And I'll take you through their starting lineup. And it starts with the Stetson Hatter, Johan Deserolt at the top, hitting a nice .318. Then it goes down to Bobby Bozer, known as Bobby Baseball here, the DH man out of South Florida, likely to get drafted here next week. Murph Gray from Fresno State rounds out the top three. He's a right-handed bat playing third base. Reese Chapman, a national champion outfielder from Tennessee, plays in right field, hits cleanup. Then it's Jace Reinhardt from USC Upstate in the 5-hole playing center field. Sam White, the utility man out of West Virginia. We've seen him catch. We've seen him play in the outfield. He's in left field today. He's got 2 home runs. Bottom third of the order, Antonio Jimenez, the Floridian shortstop at UCF. Nate Early and Gio Cueto, the last couple bats in the Gateman order.
It is a Wareham lineup that, as we mentioned, is hitting in the 270s as a team. What catches my eye the most about this lineup is that other than, maybe 1 or 2 names from here, it's almost entirely different from the team we saw the second game of the season.
Absolutely. A few names on this lineup that you'll have seen the first time around. Bobby Bozer, a guy that was here last year. He's around. Murph Gray as well. And that's the reason why those guys are 2 and 3. They've stuck around. They've both produced really well, both hitting north of 320. Really good for top couple of batting averages in the league. Bobby Bozer, number 3. Murph Gray right behind him at 4. Then, of course, Reese Chapman, a new addition, hitting .333 in just 3 games. This is a really good hitting ball club. But, Aiden, we talked about how good Gage Wood has been, and he looks to silence the bats once again.
Let's see if he can. We're going to step aside for one more break. Join you for National Anthem and First Pitch. Doors on the radio here from Wareham. The Gatemen and the Commodores are coming up next.
At Lawrence Lynch, we build and improve infrastructure that connects people and transforms our communities for the better. We strive to be an industry leader in civil construction by empowering our talented employees, respecting our supply chain relationships, and exceeding expectations in our service to our customers. There's no place quite like Lawrence Lynch. Visit us on the web at lawrencelynch.com or get in touch at 508-548-1800.
With over 40 years in the business, Hydro Seeding by Norman has tackled every challenge imaginable, from residential homes to baseball fields and even Logan Airport. Norman and his team put an emphasis on quality and budget-friendly solutions delivered by a true professional. Head to hydroseedingexpert.com for your next seeding solution.
Have you been injured on Cape Cod? A car, bicycle, motorcycle crash, a commercial truck collision, a slip and fall incident, or a dog-related injury are life-changing events. Attorney Stephen Snow knows the challenges that lie ahead. Will go the extra mile for you and successfully navigate the resolution of your case. Don't wait. Call Attorney Stephen Snow at the Snow Law Firm today. 508-388-6676.
For the best deals in the Cape Cod housing market, visit Diana Lucivero and her team of realtors at Compass. Diana has developed a reputation for routinely going above and beyond to exceed her clients' expectations, and she's sure to find you your dream Cape Cod home. Visit Compass and Diana Lucivero at dianalucivero.com.
And it is time for baseball here at Spillane Field. With MJ Newsom, I'm Aiden Blank. And MJ, we went through these starting lineups. Let's take a look at tonight's starting pitchers. And Wareham, we mentioned a couple of returning guys, Bobby Bozer, one of them. Eric Tejeda, Yoel Tejeda, is on the mound tonight. He will be another.
Yeah, he's a guy getting a start tonight who, sort of like Gage Wood, wasn't exactly a starter in his 1 year with Florida State this past year as a sophomore. Posted a 5.03 ERA, a win, a couple of losses across 12 appearances. Just had that one start, threw across 19 2/3, 15 strikeouts, 14 walks. Wasn't just the greatest year for him, but we know what he's capable of. You mentioned returning Gator.
Yoel Tejeda was a Florida Gator. This season, he was a Florida State Seminole. He is scheduled to be a Stetson Hatter next season, but he's also draft eligible and may end up getting taken in that situation. As we mentioned, Gage Wood gets his second start as a Commodore, though he's made plenty more appearances out of the bullpen.
Gage Wood, a guy that's really kind of getting the taste of the start as we move further and further along in this summer, and it's partly because a lot of the Falmouth starters have been getting shut down. We talk about guys like Jack Seppings, guys like Tanner Smith, guys like Hayden Frank, who are your ordinary guys. Colby Guy, another one. 4 starters right there who are no longer on your team because they have gotten shut down or are going to test the draft waters. But Gage Wood, like I mentioned, had a fantastic start on Saturday against Chatham. 9 strikeouts, 5 innings, didn't allow a run, and had some electric stuff. I mentioned that fastball, 94 plus pretty much the entire way through. He topped at 96, I believe. That's a really good breaking ball to throw the hitters off balance. And if he can stay long in this game, there's a really good chance that Falmouth's got a chance to finally get that first road victory.
Gatemen and the Commodores coming up here from Spillane Field. If you're Gage Wood, I'm sure this is a very intimidating bat order to face. How do you get past this just unrelenting Wareham offense?
I think one thing you like is there's a decent amount of right-handed bats, and you're going to have the advantage from the right-handed side on the bump. But I think, like you said, you face the Chatham lineup that has a lot of good bats as well. We talked about Austin Overn, who's one of the best bats in the entire Cape Cod Baseball League. Of course, he's about to head to the MLB draft. Another guy like Iva Arquette, some really good sticks for the Anglers, and he really just set them down. He came in confident, knew what he was capable of, and Gage Wood's got that edge about him. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He knows he's a really good arm, and he believes in himself. And if he does the same thing he did on Saturday, Aiden, he's got a really good chance to replicate that success.
It is a Wareham, a Commodore offense that really struggled last night. The offense just hasn't been there. And last night it just shut down multiple guys with a lot of strikeouts. How do you bounce back from a game like that, your second consecutive road game, with the mentality of we're 0-10 on the road?
Well, I think you look at it and you say, hey, man, last night was not very good. Guys like Jason Jones, guys like Gavin Turley, some of your biggest bats didn't have great games, Aiden. Like you mentioned, 7 combined strikeouts between those 2 batters. But then you go back to Monday when you played Orleans, probably the most complete offensive game you've had the entire summer. You put up a 5 spot in the 7th to get the win 11-10, and you scored in all but 2 innings. So you know what you're capable of offensively. You just got to find that comfort away from the glove and really trust yourself that you can do it. And it's going to have to be a hard one tonight. You mentioned Tejeda, a very good pitcher.
Guard the gate as the Gatemen run onto the field. Yoel Tejeda is on the mound tonight, trying to face a Commodore offense that didn't do very much last night. As a team, only 3 hits through the first 8 innings. The good news is they do have that momentum from the 9th inning when they had 4 hits.
Absolutely, and it's one of those things we've talked about, Aiden. Falmouth loves to have that one big inning, and last night, going into the ninth, they were due. They had only scored 1 run. It came in the 4th inning, so they knew, hey, here comes our big inning, and they got it. They just couldn't hold on to that lead. It was a really good bounce-back bottom of the ninth for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. You got to believe, like I said, you could look at a game like Monday, a game on Friday against Brewster where you didn't necessarily produce all the way throughout, but you're capable of swinging the sticks well. You just got to find it and cruise with it.
Defensively for the Gatemen, in left field is Sam White, in center is Jace Reinhardt, and in right is Reese Chapman. On the infield, Murph Gray is at third. You have Antonio Jimenez at short. Johan Desiro is at second base, and the first baseman is Nate Early. Gio Cueto is the catcher, Tejeda is the pitcher, and we're almost ready for baseball. How about that? It's certainly more pleasant than the last time that we were here. Again, Wareham, the only team in this league that is not on Cape Cod. You have to come across the Bourne Bridge to get to Spillane Field. You'd think one of their road trips is the longest of the year, but as we mentioned in the broadcast on Monday, no, it is actually Orleans to Falmouth, because you have to go over and then down and then over again.
One thing we've learned, Dave, there's really no great way to get out of Falmouth on a straight shot. You kind of got to go up towards Bourne, get close to the bridge, and then take the highway all the way down. So that can be a lengthy road trip for teams like Brewster, teams like Chatham, teams like Orleans.
And I think the good news is that this is a unscheduled home and home. Again, this is a shakeup
Commodores
from
is
June
the second
30th.
baseman, number 18, Jackson
Game that got
Willis
rained out. They will
from
have a
Oklahoma.
regularly scheduled game tomorrow night. The Gatemen will travel to face the Commodores. Here's Jackson Willett, second baseman, to lead things off. The Gatemen are the only team in this league that have walked more than 100 batters. They've walked 104 on the season. And Jackson Willits is the king of on-base percentage here in Falmouth, so it's an interesting matchup. He takes strike one right down the middle of the plate. It's no balls and one strike, and we are underway. Mike Hinojosa is at the plate. Joe Hilton's at first, and Marvin Gomez, the umpire, at third. The second pitch settles low, and the count is 1-1. It is a windy night here at Spillane Field, and again, send your thoughts and prayers. We're in the cage tonight. Anything that comes up may get us. Pitch low, 2 balls and 1 strike. It's definitely the most dangerous broadcast position in this league. We're okay. We probably should lead with that. Tejeda, big towering hurler, deals in a big swing and miss. Willett's way off balance, and the count 2-2. 2-2 on the leadoff hitter. Again, Wareham has walked more than any other team in this league. Falmouth walks fourth most offensively. Pitch settles low, and a nice full count worked by Willits. That's how he gets on base. He likes to work deep counts, and he's into a 3-2-1 right here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tejeda's pants blowing in the wind. Here's the 3-2 coming. Chops it right back to him. Underhand field. Switches over to his hand and throws over to first for the opening out of the inning. Willits is set down on 6 pitches.
But once again, Jackson Willits works into a full count. You said it, Aiden. That's what he's best at. Top of the league in walks, top of the league in on-base percentage. Unfortunately, they just could not get a good piece on the 3-2 pitch.
The batter now is Gavin Keelan. Shortstop just transferred to Tennessee. And a quick mound visit. Like Tejeda maybe needed a quick talking to. Hinojosa's gone out there as well. Now Ryan Smythe has exited the dugout. I think maybe it was something with his shoulder. Now this is terrible. You hate to see something like this. He just asked for Gatorade. They brought it out to him. Interesting start to this baseball game, partner. After he retires the leadoff man.
Absolutely, and I think you had said he was getting some Gatorade. And I did think he was pointing to his shoulder as well. Maybe a fatigue issue.
Batting second.
Maybe just needed some fluids, but good to see him stay in the game. And now that's definitely something you're going to want to monitor if you're Ryan Smythe, really for the rest of the game.
Absolutely. Again, leadoff batter Willits got into a 3-2 count and then grounded out back to Tejeda. He looked good. Now a chop to the backstop from Keelan. Shortstop into an 0-1 count. Willits, Keelan, Rose, the top 3. Carey, Caraway, Gaffney, middle 3. Turley, Mudler, and Barquette, bottom 3rd in this order. Fastball, another one hacked to the backstop, and it's 0-2. And Tejeda into a second consecutive 2-strike count to start this game. Keelan readies, takes it high, and it sails past the glove of the catcher Gio Cueto, gets to the backstop. It's 1-2. takes high and out, and the count evens. So a couple of batters get into 2-strike counts. They both battle. That's something the Commodores have done very well. No matter the result, they have run these counts very deep. Here's the 2-2. Swings and hacks it in back of us again. 2-2. We should note, again, normally we are behind the plate. Tonight we're all the way down, almost in line with the third base bag. We're up. This is the second time we've done that besides Chatham this year. Give the folks at home a sense of our setup here. 2-2, slash to the left side. It's picked up at shortstop. Long throw for the hole. And the squeeze at first base comes from early. That was an excellent play there by Jimenez. This Spillane Field infield, it's famously gravel. The grass, the dirt, the gravel, it doesn't always vibe very well with some of these visiting teams that just don't play it enough, and this is Falmouth's first trip. But of course, for the Gatemen, it gives them an advantage. They do play on it 20 times out of the season. 1-3 and 6-3, the first two putouts. Here's Zion Rose. He takes an outer third strike, 0-1. So clearly, whatever the issue with Tejeda, it has not affected him yet. Missed a couple of spots, but other than that, pretty darn good. Pumps in another strike, and a brief check swing by Rose. The count's 0-2. Tejeda working for the full wide. The 0-2 is tapped in and out of the glove of Cueto. Zion stays alive in the at-bat once more. He is not qualified yet to lead these categories, but if he were, he would lead the team in a slew of categories. Slings another one to the fencing behind home plate, and the count holds at 0-2. Wareham, the 5th best ERA in the league at 5.45. Swing and a miss on the changeup. And down goes Rose to end the inning. It is a 1-2-3 start for the Gatemen offense. Not exactly what you wanted to see, but we do want to see Gage Wood, and he's coming to pitch. We're back in just a moment. Gatemen nothing, and the, beg your pardon, Commodores nothing, and the Gatemen coming to bat here on Doors Radio.
Ace Ticket is proud to be a platinum sponsor of Falmouth Commodores baseball. They specialize in hard-to-find tickets for all types of events. Their secure website provides the ideal solution to all your ticket needs, and their experienced staff is standing by ready to help. Visit aceticket.com to get in the game.
Authentic Cape Cod dining is right around the corner at Jim's Clam Shack. Open seasonally for over 50 years, Jim's features oceanfront views with all the lobster, shrimp, burgers, and clams you can ask for. Stop by for a pregame meal or enjoy an off day at Jim's Clam Shack. Find them at 227 Clinton Ave right here in Falmouth, and hit your next meal out of the park.
For the best deals in the Cape Cod housing market, visit Diana Lucivero and her team of realtors at Compass. Diana has developed a reputation for routinely going above and beyond to exceed her clients' expectations, and she's sure to find you your dream Cape Cod home. Visit Compass and Diana Lucivero at dianalucivero.com.
The best of the West and the beasts of the East. Coming to Falmouth this July, it's the 2024 Cape League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cat. Come see the stars of tomorrow shine tonight, with tickets on sale now at capecodleague.com.
When you think of summer in Cape Cod, you think of three things: beaches, baseball, and seafood Sam's. Since 1974, Sam's has been a Falmouth tradition, offering the very best in fresh local seafood. With over 100 items on their menu, the whole family can enjoy their award-winning Cape Cod cuisine. Stop by before the game at 356 Palmer Ave and try out the best seafood Sam's has to offer.
Hi, I'm Gabe Perrin, broadcast intern from Syracuse University, and you're listening to Commodores Baseball. Now back to the ballpark.
It's the Doors and the Gatemen here on a Thursday night from Clem Spillane Field in Wareham. Top three in the order coming up to start the top of the first. Pitch fired high at Johan Desiro, second baseman, who's been here for a good amount of time. He's one of the guys who was here the first time these two met. Here's the 1-0. Cracks one on the ground on the right side, but it shifts foul and bounces off the back end of the bag. It goes foul for a 1-1 count. Gage Wood in his second start of the season. His first absolutely tremendous and resulted in a 4-3 Commodore win last week against Chatham. 1-0. Tapped off the plate, rolls to the backstop. It's 1-1. Wareham enters with a record of 14-6-1. That is good for first in the West Division, second overall in the Cape League. Fastball high and out, 2-2. Commodores are 7-14-0. They're 4 points back of Bourne for the last playoff spot in the West. Full wind, and the 2-2 high again, overpowered for 3-2. Gatemen led by Ryan Smythe, former assistant at the Brewster Whitecaps and associate head coach at Keystone College. He's in his second year. Lift and a 3-2. High for ball 4, and Wood walks the leadoff man.
Not exactly
Now
how you want
batting
to start.
the designated
If
hitter,
Gage
number
Wood.
6,
But
Bobby
a walk's not the worst thing in the
from
world.
South Florida.
You always have a ground ball to be your best friend, but if you're Gage Wood, you know what your best stuff is. You got to find it and keep going with it.
Here's Bobby Moser, DH, second-year Gateman from South Florida, Cape League All-Star in 2023. Squares to butt, pulls it back, it's high and out. He is in the transfer portal, but that's really just kind of transactional. He's not looking to play college baseball next year. He won't even be here for the entire summer. He's out to go home and get drafted in a few days. 1-0, cut and a miss is 1-1. He was a Cape League All-Star last year. I would imagine if by some reason he stuck around this year, he'd be a Cape League All-Star this year as well. Third highest average in the league. Turn back, and a throw to Barquette. Sliding in safely, Desero. Gaffney, Rose, and Turley in the outfield left to right. Carey, Keelan, Willits, and Barquette third to first on the infield. Mudler catching Wood on this fine Spillane Field evening. The Commodores again looking to break a streak of 10 straight road losses to begin this season. Here's the 1-1. High and out, 2-1. Wareham lost their game last night as well. Both of these teams lost their Wednesday night contests, even though they out-hit Katuitt by 7. Out of third strike called 2-2. Katuitt had 7 runs on 8 hits with 4 errors. What did we tell you about the visiting teams here at Spillane Field? Wareham 6 runs on 15 hits and 2 errors. Here is the 2-2. Swinging strike 3 and a stolen base coming in from Desero. Despite a closer play than anybody would have liked. Bozier's down on strikes. That's a pretty big confidence booster for Gage Wood, striking out
Now
the guy who's hitting
batting
third
the
best in
third
the Cape Cod
baseman,
baseball.
number 24.
But it doesn't get much easier.
Murph
This
Gray.
next guy, Murph Gray, is right up there in
Impressive
average as well, hitting 324. Reese Chapman behind him. Sure, it's been only a couple of games, but he's hitting 333. Like you said, Aiden, coming in, it's a tough order to face if you're Gage Wood.
Murph Gray, third baseman, coming to the plate here. He's out of Fresno State. First pitch to him. Strike right down the middle, 0-1. Fresno State Bulldog don't get a whole lot of them. Of course, Aaron Judge, one of the last Fresno State players in this league, played with Brewster before going on to bigger and better with the Yankees. Here's the 0-1. Runner takes off for third. Gray powers it in the air down the right field line. Chasing is Turley, and it drops down in front of the fence. Rounding third, coming home is Desero. Powering into second with an RBI double is Murph Gray. And what do we tell you about the Gatemen offense? They've struck for a first run in the first inning.
That was a tough ball for Turley to read. It was going off the right hand of that down the right field line, so naturally it's going to tail towards the line. And I think the wind really kind of killed it. And it looked like Turley initially had a beat on it, then all of a sudden started dropping a lot more rapidly than he thought. But a really good piece by Murph Gray, and like you said, right on cue. Gatemen already have a run.
Here's Reese Chapman, right fielder. Gray taking a healthy lead off a second, held on by Keelan. Wood steps home. Fastball in for a called strike. It's 0-1. Falmouth a 5.15 ERA. That is the second worst in this league, and you would imagine it just went up. 0-1, Wood steps off.
Finger guns.
Hey, so you're outfielder?
Yeah, Reese.
Lefty swinger. Highly touted right fielder out of Tennessee. Played 50 games with the Vols this season. He takes a healthy swing and miss. It's 0-2.
Good hack. Stay above it now. Stay above it.
Again, these two meeting today and tomorrow. Unscheduled home and home. Tomorrow's matchup, right-handed pitcher Heath Andrews and lefty Parker Coyle. Second time this season, Gage and Coyle go back-to-back in starts. Couple of glances to second. Wood steps home with an 0-2, and it's high, 1-2.
It's on belt down here.
Matthew Dallas scheduled to start Saturday, and then, fingers crossed, we don't know anything official. We're hoping to maybe see a brand new Commodore coming up on Sunday. Sean Brand, a great start last night. The 1-2. Cracked in the air just by us down the left field line and shot foul. I tell you, that was not a good feeling. That wasn't even close to the cage. I spent all last year, laughing at the broadcasters that complained about coming up here. And I suppose this is a little bit of karma. Here's the 1-2 coming from Wood.
Good job, baby.
Almost a foul again in back of the press box. Now holds it 1-2.
Bait him into a slider now.
Late arriving crowd here tonight. Expect 500-600 folks. This, you read about all the fields that you need the beach chairs for. This is really the one you don't. Fastball check, swing, and he's gone. And Chapman knew it, too. He was out of the box before the call could even be made by Mike Hinojosa. Second strikeout in 3 batters for Mr. Gage Wood. And now 2 down in the inning. He's worked around those early hits well.
2 very nice bounce back at bats for Wood. A walk to Desero, a strikeout for Bozer, a double for Gray, now a strikeout for Chapman.
Brings up Jason Reinhardt, center fielder, one of those that was on the line, that was in the lineup the first time these two teams met. Belt tie set, Wood steps home, fires it high for 1-0.
She's on belt down now.
As we mentioned, mostly wooden bleachers all the way around Spillane, and then fastball right down the middle, taken for 1-2. You also have those giant football bleachers, the infamous ones in the outfield, because Wareham High School does play a good amount of sports, including football here. You can see the goalpost installed. 1-1. Check swing. It's a little low. 2-1. The Gatemen have rebounded nicely. They finished 5th in the West Division last year, did not make the playoffs. Now, I don't want to say they're a lock, but they're pretty close to it with the top 4 advancing. The 2-1, off the plate, 3-1. Falmouth still a lot of work to do, but only 4 points back. They're not out of this by any stretch. Again, this next 3-game series with 2 against Wareham and 1 against Bourne going to tell us a lot. Fouled off the gear of Mudler, trickles to the backstop. It's 3-2. Today and tomorrow with Wareham, Bourne on Saturday, and then a much less important, though still important game on Sunday against the Whitecaps.
Hands above.
That Saturday Bourne game, you really, it's almost a must-win. 3-2. Cracked on the ground, a bouncer left side. Picked up on a backhand by Keelan, fires over to Marquette at first. And the Gatemen work around that early run. Coyle able to set down 3 of 4 to close out the inning. And the 6-3 put out. 1 run for the Gatemen in the first. It comes on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left on base. Some work to do for the Commodore offense. Down 1-0 as we go to the second here on Doors Radio.
40 years in the business, Hydro Seating by Norman has tackled every challenge imaginable, from residential homes to baseball fields and even Logan Airport. Norman and his team put an emphasis on quality and budget-friendly solutions delivered by a true professional. Head to hydroseatingexpert.com for your next seating solution.
The best of the West and the beasts of the East. Coming to Falmouth this July, it's the 2024 Cape League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cat. Come see the stars of tomorrow shine tonight with tickets on sale now at capecodleague.com.
When the Doors need to fuel up, they head to Supreme Pizza and Subs. Their menu has everything from pies to calzones to salads and subs. And with their online ordering system, delicious food is just one click away. They're open every day of the week at 147 T-Ticket Highway in Falmouth. Make sure to stop by and grab a bite at Supreme Pizza and Subs.
The best of the West and the beasts of the East. Coming to Falmouth this July, it's the 2024 Cape League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cat. Come see the Stars of Tomorrow shine tonight with tickets on sale now at capecodleague.com.
When you think of summer in Cape Cod, you think of three things: beaches, baseball, and seafood sand.
Hi, I'm Bo Baker, a left-handed pitcher from Fairfield University, and you're listening to Commodores Baseball.
Summertime at Spillane Field. It is turned into a pretty nice night with a little breeze blowing. Coming off of, oh, I'll have to quiz you on that later, MJ. You won't know the answer, but I'll quiz you anyway. Yoel Tejeda starts his second inning, delivers a fastball that's chopped off the front foot of Dylan Carey. It's 0-1 to begin the inning. So do you know what is famous around here? Besides the water park, which is where they film Grown-Ups.
I know there's a Chili's in town.
You will never guess it.
Couldn't tell you.
From the full wind, Tejeda's 0-1. Powered off the end of the bat to right, and it's in for a base hit by a diving Johan Desiro at second base. We gave it a good attempt, but couldn't quite get to it. Good piece of hitting for Dylan Carey, who's quickly worked his way up in the leaderboards on all these offensive categories, and he's the leadoff single. So the famous thing around here is the Wareham cranberry bogs. You ever see the Ocean Spray commercials?
I have.
They have them here.
How about that?
Ocean Spray is not here, but those cranberry bogs are in this area. First pitch is low to Trent Carraway. It's one of the strange things about this place. The team itself, they embrace kind of the oddness of this ballpark. The 1-0, high. Carraway ducks out of it. They count 2 balls and no strikes. Everything, they guard the gate, everything. They like to think of themselves as the gritty team, right? A check to first. Carey dives in safely. Of course, everybody likes to think of themselves as the gritty team. The Commodores like to think of themselves as the gritty team at points. Tejeda's 2-0. Slice to the backstop. Carraway drops it. It's 2-1. He dropped the bat. 2 batters from now, we're going to have an interesting story about Carey's teammate, Gavin Turley. I'll save it for then, but that was just an interesting segue there, losing control of the bat. Here's the 2-1. He chops it off the plate, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Stores have a leadoff runner here in the second, chasing a run. Tejeda peers in, quick glance to first, and now a bell tie set. He steps home, and this one is chopped wide of third base, just under us. 2-2. We hope that Brett Becker is able to help us over here at third base. He's got the helmet on. Anything that comes our way, he'll be the one to try and save us. This one is popped in the air to the right side. Chasing over is early in foul ground just in front of the door dugout. Makes the play for out number 1, and Tejeda records it out after allowing the leadoff single.
Like Gage Wood on the other side. Really good bounce back for Tejeda.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 16, Luke
Another guy just want to
Gaffney.
get great bat last night. Trent Carraway gets him to fly out. This guy, Luke Gaffney, though, not much harder to set down. Not much easier, I should say.
Here's Gaffney, left fielder, out of Clemson. Transferred there from Purdue earlier in the summer. Fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Big Ten freshman of the year last season. All-American, freshman All-American this season. Looking in. The 0-1, a check back to first. It pops out of the mitt of early. The Commodore bullpen at Spillane is all the way down the right field line, and they brought out a bench so they can sit not in the field of play, but all the way down there. Here comes Tejeda's 0-1. Gaffney loads, checks, and takes it low, 1-1. So in the olden days, pre-Ryan Smythe, as late as 2021, the Gatemen used to occupy what is now the visitors' dugout on the first base side here at Spillane. Set for Tejeda, 1-1, swinging strike, it's 1-2. And so, of course, they then had the bullpen all the way down that right field line. And for those that aren't with us tonight, it is completely covered. We can't see anything that goes on back there. And I heard some stories about, you get late in games, what the players would do. Check swing, appeal down to first, and Gaffney held up 2-2. I had heard they had a bonfire. I don't know how much of this is entirely true, but from staff here, I had heard they had a bonfire one night. I heard they ordered pizzas back there, that I believe.
And this is during the game.
Yes. Well, you can't see back there. The 2-2.
Yeah,
another check swing, and once again, Gaffney hangs on. It's 3-2. Now, one of the first things that Ryan Smythe did when he took over, and he had told me this last year, he had said, they asked in my interview to be manager here what I wanted to do. Everybody thought I was going to say, gravel. I said, let's change the dugout. Gaffney clocks one in the air, deep left field, back racing White. It's over his head and over the fence. Luke Gaffney clobbers one to left field, and the Doors take a 2-1 lead on one swing of the bat. Stand up, Luke Gaffney, a massive home run to spark this Commodore offense. That thing was hard hit. Wow. It lands in the new Gatemen bullpen out in left field just below the snack shack. And it's 2-1 Doors in the top of the second.
Well, the story from everybody on Luke Gaffney this summer
Now batting,
really hit the
right fielder, number 17, Gavin Turley.
A break from Tejeda, just left helmet high. Gaffney was not going to miss that one, especially after he nearly went down on a cold strike 3. Man, he did not miss it. Pounded it into left field.
Here's Gavin Turley, the right fielder. I do have a story on him. The pitch, a low strike, 0-1. So back to the story on Smythe. What I was saying is everybody had asked and everybody thought, he wants to change the infield. He wants to bring in dirt. He said, let's change the dugout so that we're not in the dugout that gets the most sun during games. Outer third called strike, it's 0-2. And if now the Gatemen have that leveled bullpen all the way down the left field line. It's actually one of my favorite in the league. 0-2, one out. Full wide from Tejeda, dealing from the middle of the rubber. He deals high and in. Quick check swing from Turley, but he pulls it back. So the story on Turley is when the Commodores had come here last year, they only came here twice. I cannot remember which visit it was. Gavin actually let go of the bat. He pops one up. It's going on the right side, coming towards the stands. Actually drops right in front of the Commodore dugout. Gio Cueto trying to navigate around the coaches and such, but he couldn't, so the count's 1-2. Gavin, as far as I know, is the only one to have ever actually hit the school building, which is right behind us. Here at Spillane Field, he let a bat fly, and it hit the window of the school building. Plenty of those fun Spillane stories for tonight. And I had not remembered entirely if it was Gavin. I had asked around, and everyone said, yeah, Gavin was telling us. Tejeda's 1-2. Turley tips it back. Count stays 1-2. It's a unique atmosphere. Everybody's made the trip out tonight. Our boss, Hal Root, and his wife Tina are here. We see a number of Commodore interns have made the trip. Turley takes inside, and now 2-2. I'll tell you, while we've been telling these stories, the counts have actually gone very deep on Tejeda, and that continues over from the first inning. He's thrown a lot of baseballs in this game so far. Here is the 2-2 to Gaffney. Tejeda lifts his black glove and deals, and Gaffney slices it back. It's going to hold at 2-2. That's what you like to see from the Commodore offense. They always seem to succeed when they get late in these counts. They're really aggressive. Infield giving Turley a lot of space. Again, he played for the Commodores last year and played here a couple of times. They know what he's about. 2-2. Turley slaps it hard and foul down the left field line. Thank you, broke his bat. He's headed back to the dugout now. Looking to get himself a new bat.
And that's going to be difficult to do. Break a bat during an at-bat. You have to swing a new stick, especially in a 2-2 count where maybe the weight distribution's a little different. It doesn't feel exactly right in your hands. What kind of adjustment do you have to make if you're Gavin Turley?
Adjusts his batting gloves, going to step back in for the right side. Commodores wearing their traditional road blacks. It says Falmouth across the front in maroon with light gray outline. And the 2-2 is low for a full count. The Gatemen wear their cranberry red uniforms. It says Gatemen across the front in dark blue with a white outline. They have an alternate home, but they rarely use it. 3-2. Popped off the inside of the bat, trailing foul on the right side above the equipment shed down the right field line. So they have an alternate white, which they used to use a lot at home. It was one of my favorites. They just never use it because it is cotton. It's not as breathable as these Gatemen uniforms they're wearing now. Did wear them on the last game last season. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Turley to hit a deal. And it's slapped into the glove of Cueto for strike 3. Well, that was a long at bat. Turley didn't get the result.
That game is strike out is brought to you by the law
good at bat from Gavin Turley.
Absolutely, and that's the kind of at bats we have seen. Like you mentioned earlier, Aiden,
now batting,
Commodore hitters, but it does stink for Turley.
45,
That's his 4th strikeout in his last 4 at bats.
Oklahoma.
He walked once yesterday, but had 3 punch outs.
Pitch, fastball fired down the middle for strike 1 on Scott Mudler. Good to see Scott back in the lineup, starting catcher. Here's the 0-1. Mudler backs in the air, left side, dropping quickly. Back going Jimenez. He gives way and running in from left field. Sam White makes a sprinting grab to conclude the frame. Inning and a half is in the books, and it's 2-1 Doors. We go bottom second with Falmouth on top here on the road.
When you think of summer in Cape Cod, you think of 3 things: beaches, baseball, and seafood Sam's. Since 1974, Sam's has been a Falmouth tradition, offering the very best in fresh local seafood. With over 100 items on their menu, the whole family can enjoy their award-winning Cape Cod cuisine. Stop by before the game at 356 Palmer Ave and try out the best seafood Sam's has to offer.
With over 40 years in the business, Hydro Seating by Norman has tackled every challenge imaginable, from residential homes to baseball fields and even Logan Airport. Norman and his team put an emphasis on quality and budget-friendly solutions delivered by a true professional. Head to hydroseatingexpert.com for your next seating solution.
Shipwrecked Falmouth is a premier beachside restaurant and bar located at Falmouth Heights Beach here in beautiful Cape Cod. Open year-round for indoor and outdoor dining, Shipwrecked features classic New England summer options with some interesting twists. Try crab cakes, fish and chips, pizza, and even sushi. Stop in at 263 Grand Ave for your modern dining experience.
All right, whenever you're ready. All right, 3, 2. Whether you own a car, home, business, or investment property, you want to keep it secure and protected. Since 1989, our friends at Northeast Metro West Insurance Agency have provided reliable insurance services across the Commonwealth. They offer that personal touch to ensure that your assets are safe and secure. Visit them on the web at neinsured.com or stop in to their Falmouth location at 194 Worcester Court to find a policy that meets your needs.
Hi, I'm Tab Tracy, an outfielder from Texas A&M, and you're listening to Commodore Baseball. Now back to the ballpark.
Take hair signs and flags.
Oh, we missed Tab Tracy dearly.
Step up to the plate.
Went home with an
Commitment
injury
to help keep
just
Cape
about a
Cod
week or so ago.
Now
I'll tell you, this Commodore outfield has really not skipped a beat since his exit. He spent a lot of time in center. And this Door outfield of Gaffney, Rose, and Turley, I mean, if this is the way it's going for the next 20, sign me up. All right, Doors come to the plate. I beg your pardon, Gatemen come to the plate with the bottom half of their order. First pitch, a foul tip into the mid of Mudler, a strike on Sam White, left fielder. Out of West Virginia, the 0-1. checked his swing and takes it low. Good frame job by Butler, not good enough. They call it a strike. They put it up on the scoreboard. Either way, White now swings through it. That's strike 2. Now it's 1-2. I should have trusted myself. That's usually where the problems occur, when I don't trust myself and I think, well, they put it on the scoreboard, it should be legit. White cracks one in the air, right back up the middle, and heads down and drops in center field on Zion Rose. That was a clean piece of hitting from Sam White, a base hit to lead off the second inning, and both Gatemen
batting the shortstop, number 14, Antonio Jimenez from Central Florida.
Well, given how ugly, I should say, that swing was from Sam White before, a pitch in the dirt that he really had no business at swinging at, a really pretty swing, like you said, Aiden. Fastball right down the middle, just threw his hands at the barrel to the zone very quickly. Here's Antonio Jimenez, shortstop,
Here we go.
out of Central Florida. Digs into the box. Wood steps home. Just off the plate, it's a called strike, 0-1. We got here about 3 hours before first pitch. They were working on the mound for a good hour. So far, so good, but maybe a little bit later in the game it starts to wear down. A check over to first, and White is in safely. And they were basically putting a fresh coat of dirt on that mound. The mound and the home plate area, the only two areas here that are actual dirt. Everything else, stone dust. Another check over. Schiff was telling us Spillane Field horror stories before the game. He said, don't be surprised if you go out there, and I couldn't even tell if he was joking, if you go out there and see a little piece of flesh. Guy's sliding. Here's the 0-1. Swinging ground ball, perfectly played at second base. Willits flips to Keelan at first. It was tailor-made. Willits to Keelan to Barquette, and a 4-6-3 putout to get Gage Wood a clean sheet on the bases and 2 down here in the second. Wasn't that a friendly hop?
A friendly hop and
Now batting
maybe a
the
friendly
first
call.
baseman,
It
number
looks
15,
like Jimenez beating down the line. His fellow Gateman third base dugout. Oohs and ahs erupted. But you got to give credit to Jackson Willits and Gavin Keelan on that turn.
We got to be careful because tonight we are on top of the third base dugout. First pitch skied in the air from Nate Early. Is it coming here? Nope, it falls foul deep down the left field.
You can keep that foul ball, brought to you by Glenn Hannington and his daughter Titus.
So Early comes up in an interesting situation here. First pitch to him, the second pitch to him is high, but a strike. It's 0-2. Early in the 8 spot here. I'm sure he was thinking on deck, oh man, I'm going to get up with, at least a runner on base here. Now, nobody on and 2 out. Takes one low and out, 1-2.
Hey, buddy. See how you like these things?
Full deal coming here from Wood. Comfortable on the bump tonight. Got helped out by that double play.
It's like the meeting.
Woods 1-2. Fouled off the inside of the back. Clears the school behind us. Count holds at 1-2.
You can see there how much Gage Wood trusts his fastball. He shook off 4 signs from Scott Mugler before nodding at the 5th, and it was the fastball.
Still working for the full wind in the middle of the rubber. 1-2. Low in the dirt.
I say that to everybody.
Good block by Mudler. 2-2. 3 of the next 4 for Wareham on the road. Falmouth tomorrow, and then the 14th and 16th at Harwich and Orleans, respectively. In the month of June, 9-4, 5-2-1 here in July. Big swing and a miss from Early, and he's down as Gage Wood faces the minimum here in the second. Wonderful bounce back after the leadoff hit. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and the bases left empty. 2 in the books, and how about this? The doors up on the road. We're going to the third. 2-1 ball game here at Spillane.
Over 60 years and 4 generations, the vision of C.H. Newton Builders continues in their family-owned custom home building company with locations across New England. Expertise, customization, and first-class quality are all at the core of every project they complete. With C.H. Newton Builders, it's more than a home, it's a family. Find them at chnewton.com and get started today.
All right, whenever you're ready.
All right, 3, 2. Whether you own a car, home, business, or investment property, you want to keep it secure and protected. Since 1989, our friends at Northeast Metro West Insurance Agency have provided reliable insurance services across the Commonwealth. They offer that personal touch to ensure that your assets are safe and secure. Visit them on the web at neinsure.com or stop into their Falmouth location at 194 Worcester Court to find a policy that meets your needs.
The best of the West and the beasts of the East. Coming to Falmouth this July, it's the 2024 Cape League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cat. Come see the stars of tomorrow shine tonight with tickets on sale now at capecodleague.com. Authentic Cape Cod dining is right around the corner at Jim's Clam Shack. Open seasonally for over 50 years, Jim's features oceanfront views with all the lobster, shrimp, burgers, and clams you can ask for. Stop by for a pregame meal or enjoy an off day at Jim's Clam Shack. Find them at 227 Clinton Ave right here in Falmouth and hit your next meal out of the park.
This is Will Fleming of the Boston Red Sox. Now time for more Commodores baseball.
It is time for more Commodores baseball. And how about this, my friend? The Doors have a lead on the road. It is
as a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball
pretty good league.
The Mass State
Lottery
is
on
celebrating
top.
the games we love playing. From the baseball diamond to the mini lottery games that help support all 351 cities and towns across the Commonwealth. So here's to 50 years
First
of
home
winning.
run of the season. Can't believe I didn't realize that at the time. It's his first bomb of the year. This is a pretty hard field to hit one out at.
Now
This is very
batting
high
the
fences,
first
almost
baseman,
kind
number
of
6, Isaiah
Fuller Field
Barquette
esque
from Stetson.
Center field dead 400. It is very hard to hit one out at center. 9-1-2, Barquette, Willits, Keelan coming up for the Doors. First pitch, Zay checks his swing, takes it down the middle, 0-1. I have only ever seen one hitter get one out in dead center field. And I don't know that I will ever forget it. Here's the 0-1. Barquette takes inside, he jumps out of the way, it's 1-1. It was Landon Wallace, who now plays at the time, played for West Virginia, now plays in the Angels organization. He hit a home run. Barquette, slow ground ball right side. Desereau dives, and he's not going to get it. Boy, I thought Desereau had an easy play on that. None of these balls have been fast moving on the infield, but the Gatemen shift has not really worked too much, and it is a leadoff single for Barquette.
Now batting the second baseman, number 18, Jackson Willis.
And the ball went 431 feet over the center field fence, which is basically into that batter's eye of trees. One of the craziest things I've ever seen. Just dead center. Nobody else hit one out there. Dead center. Incredible. Ball outside, 1 ball and no strikes. As the lineup turns to Willits. 3 hits for the Doors. 2 singles and a home run. The other 2 to reach. Full score, check swing, low strike called on Willits, who grounded out to Tejeda, leading off this game. Flags are blowing in the outfield. Here's the 1-1. Low and out, 2-1. An American flag on top, and then a Cape Cod Baseball League flag right underneath it. That's brand new. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. I don't even know what it says. There is some text on it. The 2-1. Swinging strike. It's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Quick turn to first. And diving in safely is Barquette. Zay gets in safely. There were some surprised faces from the Commodores coming in today that have never seen Spillane. Barquette fakes a steal. The pitch is outside. 3-2 up. if you remember, we made it here the last time these two met before it rained. The team never left. So this is the first time these new Commodores, which is most of them, have seen Spillane Fields. Here's the 3-2. Marquette does take off, and the pitch is slashed to the backstop. Three and two. Waiting for it as Tejeda peers in, checks to first. Chest high set, deals, three down the middle, taken by Willits. And the rarest of things, a strikeout looking by Jackson Willits is the first out of the inning.
Brought to you by the law office.
And not often you see Jackson Willits take a look at a pitch like that. He has been such a reliable bat, a patient hitter. And usually when he finds when he lets it
number 3, Gavin Keelan from Louisville.
Here comes Gavin Keelan, shortstop out of Tennessee. Check to first. Marquette in safely. Readies. Takes it high. Runner takes off. It's a delayed. Oh, he's in safely. How about that? Antonio Jimenez came diving over to make the tag. Marquette was out by a mile, but I guess all that force that he had sliding into the base got him around Jimenez. I thought he actually overslid the base.
Well, I think he did. I think he did overslide the base. He put on the swim move. Might as well send him to Paris.
Well, you're right.
Next month to swim in the Olympic trials. But I think he overslid the base and tapped his left foot back on the back. Beautiful control.
1 ball and no strikes. Keelan, the shortstop, now with an RBI opportunity. Runner in scoring position. Only 1 out. Tejeda's deal. Sliced foul. In back of home plate, 1-1. I couldn't quite tell because the pants are the same color as the infield. I just couldn't tell whether he kept a body part on it or not. I thought maybe he went over sliding and the umpire over there was just waiting for him to get back on the base to make the call. Here's the 1-1. Swinging strike. 1-2. I'll tell you, Isaiah looks like he's about to try and steal third. We have not seen. Certainly people have done it to the Commodores, but I don't know that we've seen a straight steal of third, and if we have certainly not seen many from the Doors this season. Testing the arm of Gio Cueto. 1-2. Bounces in the dirt. Nice block by Cueto. Kept it in front of him.
But one thing, too, going back to the Marquette slide is you're playing on a different surface. You're probably not used to sliding on stone dust. It's kind of like playing on turf. It may just treat it a little bit differently.
2 balls and 2 strikes coming. Tejeda's offering. Into the dirt. Now Marquette's going to take third, and he's in safely. Not even close. We rarely get to see those plays up close and personal, but Isaiah's in, and I think he may have shredded something as he gets up and needs a reset. I don't think he was prepared to go head first diving on this infield. Marquette's over at third base now, and a big opportunity for Keelan, and he's worked a full count quietly. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Marquette healthy lead off third base. Murph Gray not even paying him attention. The infield's come in. They want to cut off this third run here. And the pitch. Slice back of the press box. Now holds. Good healthy hack there by Keelan.
Come on, guys. Come elevated.
Again, Marquette getting a nice lead at third. They're going to check him, and he is in safely. That was a closer play than you would have imagined. And I don't think he was ready to slide again. He smiles at Murph Gray. Now digs in. Here's the 3-2. Line drive, left field, base hit, 3-1. Keelan delivers an RBI single. It is the 4th hit of the night and in the last 2 innings. And how about the Door bats after going dormant in the first 8 innings or so last night? They come to play against
center fielder, number 4, Zion Rose.
Gavin Keelan has quietly and slowly but surely picked things up since arriving this summer. It hasn't exactly been a boom or really an offensive onslaught, but a couple hits there, a base hit there. He's really started to produce. That's now his 5th RBI of the summer, and he's just one shy of Jackson Willits, who we rave about at the top of the lineup.
Remember, the Doors put up 4 in the 9th inning last night. We kind of saw this coming, I like to say. They had the momentum. They out-hit themselves in the 9th inning last night. Had 3 entering, had 4 in the inning. They tied the game, left the go-ahead runner, what would have been the go-ahead run, on third base. They left the bases loaded. Still searching to break that 10-game road losing streak. The first pitch, low to Zion Rose. Into the dirt, picked up by Cueto, 1-0.
Go, Cueto.
Wareham might be a little bit shocked. I don't think this was in their scouting report that the team was going to come in and hit this effectively. The 1-0.
Great job.
A big hack and a miss, 1-1. I can tell you, when the offense is going, like we saw on Monday night, they are hitting very effectively, and they can put up runs. This is not a bad hitting baseball team. They just haven't done it in the right situations, and that's a whole season thing. The 1-1.
Yep.
Fastball down the middle, taken, make it 1-2. While Tejeda's struggling. 3 earned runs over 3 innings, came in with a sub-3 ERA. The 1-2, low and out, 2-2. Two-strike deal. He shortens up, swings and misses. It was a drop third strike, but nothing with the base occupied. Second strikeout in as many at-bats for Zion Rose, and now here's Dylan Carey, who scored the opening run of this game with a single last inning.
Third baseman, number 20.
Tough go for Zion Rose today through a couple at-bats. A couple of strikeouts like you mentioned, but we know how good Zion Rose is. He can very easily pick things back up in his third go-around.
DC stands in, checks his swing, takes a low strike on a breaking ball, 0-1. Middle infield giving him a lot of space. He rips and misses way out in front of an off-speed pitch. It's 0-2.
Hey, Barry, look. Great job, baby!
Quick check to first. Keelan just ahead of the tag. Carey waits, takes it in the dirt, and it's 1-2. No go at first base. One ball and 2 strikes. Couple of stride lead for Keelan off of first. Here comes the pitch. Carey barely taps it off the end of the bat, and it rolls back of home plate.
Maybe I'll run him.
He steps in, he's ready again. Tejeda trying to work out of a jam. He's allowed runs in the last 2 innings. 3-1 Commodores. And the pitch popped right back, and it was taken by a Gatemen player just below us.
All I saw was it up there, and I went.
See, I feel more comfortable up here because you're on the inside. You're the one closest to the bat and the ball. You're my shield.
Okay.
I'm trusting on you, partner.
I have my glove, but it's not here. The pitch to swinging, strike 3. And Carey is down. We are through a third of this baseball game. We're almost through a third of it. And how about the Doors? Off to a strong start in this road contest. Go at the bottom of the third here on Doors Radio.
You think of summer in Cape Cod, you think of 3 things: beaches, baseball, and seafood Sam's. Since 1974, Sam's has been a Falmouth tradition, offering the very best in fresh local seafood. With over 100 items on their menu, the whole family can enjoy their award-winning Cape Cod cuisine. Stop by before the game at 356 Palmer Ave and try out the best seafood Sam's has to offer.
Shipwrecked Falmouth is a premier beachside restaurant and bar located at Falmouth Heights Beach here in beautiful Cape Cod. Open year-round for indoor and outdoor dining, Shipwrecked features classic New England summer options with some interesting twists. Try crab cakes, fish and chips, pizza, and even sushi. Stop in at 263 Grand Ave for your modern dining experience. The best of the West and the beasts of the East. Coming to Falmouth this July, it's the 2024 Cape League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cat. Come see the stars of tomorrow shine tonight with tickets on sale now at capecodleague.com.
Hi, I'm Carson Bowen. I'm a catcher from TCU, and you're listening to Commodores Baseball.
It's a fun night from the cage here on Doors Radio.
The catcher,
MJ,
number 17,
Gabe, and
Gio Cueto.
Glad to be with you. For those that didn't make the trip across the bridge, or who knows, maybe there are some listening from the ballpark. First pitch is popped in the air from the 9-hitter Gio Cueto, dies on the right side of the infield, and Barquette puts it away for out number 1. And the Doors have a lead on the road. That is not something that has generally happened. It's not a common occurrence here, MJ. Gage Wood just trying to work with it here. Gage didn't get a whole lot of run support the last time he pitched. Remember, he threw 5, and Gavin Turley's grand slam, all the offense that came out of it. So he didn't really pitch ahead a lot either. Pitches high 1-0 to the leadoff man, Johan Desereau, as the Gatemen lineup turns over once again. Desereau walks, scored a run in the first. 1-0. Quick trigger, fouls it off of Mudler and Mike Hinojosa behind the plate, 1-1.
Interesting to see sort of how Gage Wood approaches this lineup second time through and how the lineup approaches him. There was just 1 run in the first inning. This guy Desereau, the only guy to score. Corner infielders in, high, swing and a miss, 1-2. Not even Barquette, it's actually Barquette who's giving him a lot of room at first. Willits Keelan basically to the grass on the infield as well. It's Carey who's creeping in a bit at third base. Fired high, 2-2. The 2-2 is slashed in the air out to center field. Rose has a beat. Almost tripped over himself, but does make the catch. 2 straight retired by Mr. Gage Wood here.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 6,
and now goes up to Bobby Boza.
Florida.
That was quite the piece there from Desereau. I mean, he basically got all of that one, just hit it to the deepest part of the yard. If he's able to pull that down the right field line, and that's well gone. There's 315 down the right field line.
Bozer's strikeout victim, his first time, excuse me, swing, went around and missed, 0-1. This is one of the only fields in the league that doesn't have a radar gun, but I'd imagine that's in the mid-90s. Wood's fastball's been working tonight. Tries it on the inside. Bozer doesn't bite. It's 1-1.
Stay above it. Bobby's the man. Come on, Bobby. Come on, Bobby. Do it, kid.
Bozer ready. The 1-1 to him. Tapped off the plate, foul. Barehanded grab in the on-deck circle by Murph Gray. Count holds 1-2. Gage Wood a strike away from retiring 5 in a row. He deals the 1-2. And Bozer pummels one in the air to left center field, but this field will certainly hold it in the sun, making the catch, Gaffney. And I'll tell you, Gage Wood has looked pretty darn good. He faced 5 in the first. He's faced 3 the next 2, and he is starting to deal with no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Third of this ball game through. MJ has the next 3 coming up here on Doors Radio.
Waterside Group develops and manages a broad range of private real estate, lifestyle, and entertainment companies with a team of seasoned professionals and partners. We leverage industry knowledge with insight and innovation to create vibrant communities and elevated experiences. Their development and management staff provide an extraordinary mix of expertise, creativity, enthusiasm, and talent to ensure the success of our holdings. Find them online at watersidegroup.com.
Over 60 years and 4 generations, the vision of C.H. Newton Builders continues in their family-owned custom home building company with locations across New England. Expertise, customization, and first-class quality are all at the core of every project they complete. With C.H. Newton Builders, it's more than a home, it's a family. Find them at chnewton.com and get started today.
When you think of summer in Cape Cod, you think of 3 things: beaches, baseball, and seafood Sam's. Since 1974, Sam's has been a Falmouth tradition, offering the very best in fresh local seafood. With over 100 items on their menu, the whole family can enjoy their award-winning Cape Cod cuisine. Stop by before the game at 356 Palmer Ave and try out the best seafood Sam's has to offer.
The best of the West and the beasts of the East. Coming to Falmouth this July, it's the 2024 Cape League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cat. Come see the stars of tomorrow shine tonight with tickets on sale now at capecodleague.com.
Hi, I'm Brian Coleman, the General Manager Lead Intern from the University of Oregon, and you're listening to Commodores Baseball. Now back to the ballpark.
Number 22,
We go to the middle third, and the Doors have a 2-1 lead. And to take you through the next 3, here's MJ.
Thank you, Aiden. We love our guy Brian Coleman as well. Here at top of the 4th, 4, 5, 6, 7 due up. We begin with the righty Trent Caraway. The Doors have a 3-1 lead on the road against the Wareham Gatemen. Shorter Tejada comes through home, and Caraway, first pitch, lines it into center field. It's the 3rd straight leadoff single for the Commodores. The Doors still searching for that first road win, and they mean business here across the bridge.
Whatever they did today offensively, it's working. Tejeda's one of the best pitchers in this league. And again, a lot of experience in it as well.
Now batting the left fielder, number 16,
come out
Luke
swinging hard
Gaffney
against him.
from Purdue.
It's a leadoff single for Trent Caraway, and now here is the right-handed left fielder Luke Gaffney, who launched his first home run of the summer in his first at-bat back in the 2nd. Tejada out of the stretch, spins and throws to first. Trent Caraway back in with no slide. The sun continues to set here at Wareham. Still plenty of sunshine pouring on the field. The third base side of the infield, pretty much covered in shade. Shortstop with a little bit. First pitch to Gaffney. He rips the ground ball down the left field line. It gets past the glove of Murph Gray at third base. Caraway hurries around second, slides feet first into third, into second base is Gaffney as Sam White, the left fielder, hustles over and tosses it in. Back-to-back base hits. Now an extra base hit for Luke Gaffney. Runners on second and third, nobody out. And Luke Gaffney has a 2-for-2 day, a homer and a double.
What a day Luke Gaffney is
Now batting
having.
the right fielder,
Remember, he
number
came in at the
17,
end of the
Gavin
game
Turley
last night. Did not
from
start
Oregon State.
yesterday, but they put him in, came off the bench late. And now he's 2-for-2 with a double and a homer. He's a single and a triple from the cycle here. I know it's early to say that, but
now.
it's true.
Still early, top of the 4th. Runners on second and third in a 3-1 contest with Falmouth on the high side. Nobody out, and the right-handed right fielder, Gavin Turley, into the box for his second go-around today. The tall right-hander Tejada comes set out of the stretch, deals home, and Turley spills it on the ground right side. Second baseman Desiree gloves it off one hop and flings it to first base, but Gavin Turley does a job and brings home his Beaver teammate Trent Caraway, and the Doors take a 3-1 edge, 4-1 as Luke
Now
Gaffney heads
batting
to third
the
base.
catcher, number 45,
I'll tell you
Scott
this,
Muddler.
I didn't really have in my scouting report, nor did really anybody, that Wareham was a poor defensive team. You know, they have great pitching and such, but I'll tell you, they committed 4 errors last night. I beg your pardon, they committed 2 errors last night. They haven't looked clean defensively today.
Next batter is the lefty Scott Muddler. The infield creeps in for the Gatemen. First pitch. Muddler takes a knee-high fastball, too low in the zone. 1 ball and no strikes. Luke Gaffney, who doubled in the second at-bat of the inning, leads off third base. Murph Gray, the third baseman, plays well off the bag, not holding him on. 1-0 from Tejada. Muddler looks at a fastball right down the pipe. Level count on a ball and a strike. Tejada quickly toes the rubber, tucks that black glove underneath his left armpit. Now it meets the baseball at his navy belt. 1-1. Scott Muddler swings, pops it high up the elevator shaft right behind home plate. And it's the first baseman, Nate Early, who trickles in front of the Commodore dugout on the first base side to record out number 2.
Now batting the first baseman, number 6,
Leadoff single,
Isaiah
Caraway
Barquette
came home to
from
score after
Stetson.
Luke Gaffney doubled. Gavin Turley drove in Caraway on a ground out to the second baseman. Butler flew out, and now we're down to the bottom of the order to Isaiah Barquette, who singled to lead off the third. Commodores still with a 4-1 edge, 2 going top of the fourth. Run number 5, Luke Gaffney at third base. First pitch to Barquette. The right-hander swings, bounces the ground ball, third base. Murph Gray stabs it off a couple times. Brings it across his body to first. And we are done here in the top of the fourth. The Commodores get one thanks to Trent Caraway's leadoff single. Gavin Turley, his Beaver teammate, bats him in. Luke Gaffney with a double in between. 4-1 the score. Falmouth still looking for that first road win of the summer. They're well on their way to
Whether
the
searching for a legal way or a place to call home, start your real estate search with...
Over 60 years and 4 generations, the vision of C.H. Newton Builders continues in their family-owned custom home building company with locations across New England. Expertise, customization, and first-class quality are all at the core of every project they complete. With C.H. Newton Builders, it's more than a home, it's a family. Find them at chnewton.com and get started today.
Ace Ticket is proud to be a platinum sponsor of Falmouth Commodores baseball. They specialize in hard-to-find tickets for all types of events. Their secure website provides the ideal solution to all your ticket needs, and their experienced staff is standing by ready to help. Visit aceticket.com to get in the game.
All right, whenever you're ready. All right, 3, 2. Whether you own a car, home, business, or investment property, you want to keep it secure and protected. Since 1989, our friends at Northeast Metro West Insurance Agency have provided reliable insurance services across the Commonwealth. They offer that personal touch to ensure that your assets are safe and secure. Visit them on the web at neinsure.com or stop in to their Falmouth location at 194 Worcester Court to find a policy that meets your needs.
Preach. At Lawrence Lynch, we build and improve infrastructure that connects people and transforms our communities for the better. We strive to be an industry leader in civil construction by empowering our talented employees, respecting our supply chain relationships, and exceeding expectations in our service to our customers. There's no place quite like Lawrence Lynch. Visit us on the web at lawrencelynch.com or get in touch at 508-548-1800.
Hi, I'm Hayden Frank, a left-handed pitcher from Lipscomb University, and you're listening to Commodores Baseball.
Hayden Frank looking to get drafted next week as he heads to the Major League Baseball draft. His buddy Gage Wood here in the home half of the fourth has 3 strikeouts and has given up just 1 run. He faces Murph Gray to get things going. First pitch, and he throws it right into the back of Murph Gray. And the Fresno State third baseman takes first base here to begin the home half of the fourth, where the Commodores lead the Gatemen 4-1.
Can't say I love the way that sounded, MJ.
Now batting the right fielder, number 7, Reese Chapman.
Gray's had a busy day at the plate. He
Tennessee.
doubled in the first inning and brought home Johan Desiro. Now he is hit by a pitch in his second go-around. He also had the last out of the top of the fourth on a ground ball from Isaiah Barquette. Nobody out now. The lefty Reese Chapman digs in for his second time. Pitch from Wood, and Chapman slaps a line drive the other way into left field. Gaffney moves it over to his right, gloves it, and slings it back in for the first out of the inning. Murph Gray retreats back to first, and Gage Wood bounces back well after hitting Murph Gray in the first at-bat of the inning. Gets
Now
Reese Chapman to line
batting
out.
the center fielder, number 20, Jace Reinhardt from West Virginia.
One gone, 4-1. Falmouth still on the high side. They grabbed one in the top of the inning. One runner on base is Murph Gray. And here's the right-handed hitting center fielder, Jace Reinhardt.
Here you go, Tiro. Here you go, Jace.
Wood out of the stretch. Red glove at his belt, slings it home, and blows a fastball by the swinging bat of Reinhardt, who balls in 1 strike. Sun continues to set. Now the entire left side of the infield covered in shade. Still some sun over at second base. In at first base, Gage Wood, really just his face covered in sun on the hill. 0-1 home. Reinhardt looks at a breaking ball, outer third that misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 gone in the inning. 1 runner on first is Murph Gray. Commodores lead 4-1. 0-10 on the road so far this summer. Looking for a big first win today against the top team in the West Division. 1-1. Reinhardt swings, skies it high into shallow center field. Jackson Willits, the second baseman, goes back. Now Gavin Keelan, the shortstop, drifts all the way into shallow center and gloves it for the second out.
I got to say, partner, you lose a lot of depth perception here.
Now batting the
Again,
left
this
fielder,
is, I worked,
number 33,
not a secret, I worked
Sam
23
White
games here
from
last
West
season.
Virginia.
I mean, it is much different when you're behind the plate as opposed to here in the cage. You lose a lot of perception as to where the baseball is. A couple of these balls, between the way they've sounded and gone off the bat, I thought, oh man, that's out. And it's a routine fly ball.
It goes down as a fly out to the shortstop, Keelan. Like I mentioned, it was all the way in shallow center field. Sam White, the lefty, digs in with two gone, and Gagewood pumps a fastball by his swinging bat on the first pitch. No balls and one strike. Two gone, bottom four. Murph Gray, the leadoff man, still stands at first after getting hit by a pitch on the first pitch of the inning. Open stance to the left-handed batter's box for White. 0-1, Wood fires. Second ball misses low. Butler digs it out of the dirt. Count is even, a ball and a strike. Wind blowing out a little bit to right center field. American flag and the Cape Cod Baseball League flag whip in the wind here on a partly cloudy night in Wareham, Massachusetts. 1-1. White looks at a fastball down below his knees. 2 balls and 1 strike is the count. White singled to begin the second inning and was out at second base on a 4-6-3 double play by Antonio Jimenez, who hits behind him. The right-hander from UCF stands in the on-deck circle. Couple step lead for Murph Gray at first base. He stares right at Gagewood, who now comes set. Kicks and fires 2-1. White slaps it foul over on the left field side, and it ricochets off the school here, off the top of the red brick building, and that's going to be a souvenir ball for a lucky fan this evening. It really just missed a window. That would have been bad news. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count is even here with 2 going in the home half of the fourth. Falmouth a 4-1 edge over the rival Wareham Gatemen. Gray at first base, the only runner on the base pass. Sam White in a 2-2 count in the left-handed batter's box. Pitch home. Breaking ball. White. High bouncer on the right side. Isaiah Barquette gloves it on the backhand off first base. Overhand flips it to first. The covering pitcher Wood could not find it in the sun. He loses it, and luckily Jackson Willits, the second baseman, there to back him up. We'll see how it's scored.
That has to be a single, right?
Would believe it's a
now
single.
batting the shortstop, number 14, Antonio Jimenez.
And likely it's going to become a 2-hit day for Sam White. Regardless, the Gatemen have runners on first and second, trailing by 3 with 2 going here in the bottom of the fourth. That next batter is Antonio Jimenez. He grounded into that 4-6-3 double play in the second. He takes a wide stance in the back of the right-handed batter's box. First pitch. Breaking ball below the knees. 1 ball and no strikes. Jimenez began his college career at the University of Miami. Played just 1 season there. This past year was his freshman season, and now is headed to Central Florida. 1-0. Fastball just below the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. Gagewood shakes his head in frustration as he receives the ball back from the catcher Mudler and retakes the hill. Murph Gray off second base. Sam White off first base. Gateman trailing 4-1 here in the home half of the fourth. Wood peers down the alley, gets his sign, works out of the stretch. Kicks and deals. 2-0. And a pop-up behind home plate. Turning the play, Mudler has some room as it floats back in, and Scotty puts it away above his red Oklahoma helmet for the third and final outs. A hit by pitch and an infield single proves to be no problem for Gagewood, who has been excellent through 4 innings. Commodores lead 4-1 heading to the 5th.
When the Doors need to fuel up, they head to Supreme Pizza and Subs. Their menu has everything from pies to calzones to salads and subs. And with their online ordering system, delicious food is just 1 click away. They're open every day of the week at 147 T-Ticket Highway in Falmouth. Make sure to stop by and grab a bite at Supreme Pizza and Subs.
All right, whenever you're ready. All right, 3, 2. Whether you own a car, home, business, or investment property, you want to keep it secure and protected. Since 1989, our friends at Northeast Metro West Insurance Agency have provided reliable insurance services across the Commonwealth. They offer that personal touch to ensure that your assets are safe and secure. Visit them on the web at neinsure.com or stop in to their Falmouth location at 194 Worcester Court to find a policy that meets your needs.
With over 40 years in the business, Hydro Seeding by Norman has tackled every challenge imaginable, from residential homes to baseball fields and even Logan Airport. Norman and his team put an emphasis on quality and budget-friendly solutions delivered by a true professional. Head to hydroseedingexpert.com for your next seeding solution.
Over 60 years and 4 generations, the vision of C.H. Newton Builders continues in their family-owned custom home building company with locations across New England. Expertise, customization, and first-class quality are all at the core of every project they complete. With C.H. Newton Builders, it's more than a home, it's a family. Find them at chnewton.com and get started today.
At Lawrence Lynch, we build and improve infrastructure that connects people and transforms our communities for the better. We strive to be an industry leader in civil construction by empowering our talented employees, respecting our supply chain relationships, and exceeding expectations in our service to our customers. There's no place quite like Lawrence Lynch. Visit us on the web at lawrencelynch.com or get in touch at 508-548-1800.
Hi, I'm Isaiah Barquette, middle infielder from Stetson University, and you're listening to Commodores Baseball.
Top of the 5th inning here at Spillane Field. Falmouth 4, Wareham 1. MJ Newsom alongside Aiden Blank here on Doors Radio. And the day is done for Yoel Tejeda, the right-handed starter for the Gatemen, and he turns it to a right-handed partner, Tony Pluta, the right-hander out of Arizona, who's worked across 10 full innings this past summer. Just 3 strikeouts, 5 walks, 7 hits, but yet he has not given up an earned run. And that is what the Gatemen need right now, trailing by 3 with the top of the order coming up to begin the 5th. Willits, Keelan, and Rhodes.
From Oklahoma.
Jackson Willits, the switchbat, takes the left side against the right-hander Pluto. The entire infield now pretty much covered in shade. The second base and first base position still have some sun draped in front of their faces. First pitch. Willits looks at a fastball down Main Street. Called strike 1. Willits a strikeout and a ground out today at 2 at-bats. League's second best batting average coming into the contest. Pluto winds and fires the 0-1. Breaking ball at the thighs and inside of Willits. Good for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes to count. The Oklahoma Sooner freshman. Pluta just 5'8" on the hill. A bit smaller than his starter right-hander. 0-2, and he pumps a fastball right by the swinging bat of Jackson Willits. 3 pitches and 1 strikeout for Tony Pluta.
I'm just gonna bring him these, and then if we need more.
Good start here for the Arizona reliever.
Now batting the shortstop,
where Yoel Tejeda left off, who had 5 strikeouts
Keelan
across 4 innings.
Louisville.
Did give up 4 earned runs. Commodores lead 4-1 here with 1 gone in the top of the 5th. And now the lefty Gavin Keelan digs in for his 3rd time, and he singled back in the 3rd. First pitch from Pluta. Keelan looks at a pitch inside. It trickles to the backstop. 1 ball and no strikes. Keelan lifted up his black batting gloves and his tan bat to ensure he didn't wear one off the hands. Keelan with some gray stone dust across his black Falmouth uniform after diving headfirst back into the bag a couple times after he reached first base. 1-0. Breaking ball. This time it finds the zone. Keelan holds up on the swing. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Final line on Tejeda. He goes 4 complete innings, 6 hits, 4 runs. They were all earned. Did not walk anybody and struck out 5. So not a terrible day, but the line will say otherwise.
1-1. Keelan fouls it away behind the backstop. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count.
We were told that is his last outing, allegedly, before he goes and tries himself in the MLB draft. That's obviously not the way you wanted it to go. You would hope to have a nice, clean outing, get some momentum there.
Pluta shakes off a couple signs and nods at the 3rd. Deep breath on the hill. Here comes the 1-2. Keelan swings, pops it up, and it curls foul and hits the lights down the left field line. Comes back into play, but of course, it's a dead ball. It didn't look like it actually hit a light bulb, but it sure came close. Braden Shank, our producer, sitting next to us, now grabs his catcher's mitt. Got to be careful over here on the 3rd base side. Ball and 2 strikes again. Breaking ball, outer half misses. Level count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4-1, Falmouth leads here in the top of the 5th. 1 gone, nobody on base. Gavin Keelan, the batter, and a 2-2 count. Tall stance for the lefty, bit of an open stance as well. 2-2 home. Keelan muscles a little flare into shallow left field, and the shortstop Jimenez comfortably gloves the second out of the inning on a fly.
Now batting the center fielder, number 4,
Batters
Zion
face
Rose.
Pluto, a strikeout
from
and a
Louisville.
flyout. And now he faces the right-handed batter Zion Rose, who struck out twice today. Rose an 0 for 4 game last night at Hyannis. Previous 2 games, finished 6 for 9. First pitch. Rose takes a look at a fastball. Outer half good for strike 1. Rose stays in the box, taps the tan bat on the plate twice, widens his stance out, and readies up. Luda winds and deals the 0-1. Rose cracks it on the ground, left side, the third baseman, Murph Gray, gloves it, twirls around glove side, passes to first, and man, what a great play by Murph Gray for the third and final outs. The Fresno State Bulldog shows off the glove work as well as the hitting today, yet the Gatemen got to claw their way back, trailing 4-1 as we head to the home half of the 5th on Doors Radio.
Sponsor of Falmouth Commodores baseball. They specialize in hard-to-find tickets for all types of events. Their secure website provides the ideal solution to all your ticket needs, and their experienced staff is standing by ready to help. Visit aceticket.com to get in the game.
With over 40 years in the business, Hydro Seating by Norman has tackled every challenge imaginable, from residential homes to baseball fields and even Logan Airport. Norman and his team put an emphasis on quality and budget-friendly solutions delivered by a true professional. Head to hydroseatingexpert.com for your next seating solution.
Over 60 years and 4 generations, the vision of C.H. Newton Builders continues in their family-owned custom home building company with locations across New England. Expertise, customization, and first-class quality are all at the core of every project they complete. With C.H. Newton Builders, it's more than a home, it's a family. Find them at chnewton.com and get started today.
All right, whenever you're ready.
All right, 3, 2. Whether you own a car, home, business, or investment property, you want to keep it secure and protected. Since 1989, our friends at Northeast Metro West Insurance Agency have provided reliable insurance services across the Commonwealth. They offer that personal touch to ensure that
Hi, I'm Jack Seppings, a pitcher from Brown University, and you're listening to Commodores Baseball. Now back to the ballpark.
We wish Jack Seppings best of luck as he tests the draft waters, and his buddy Gage Wood has been miraculous through 4 innings. Here as we go to the bottom of the 5th, 4-1 Falmouth leads. Nate Early, the first batter for the Gatemen, hitting from the left side. Wood winds and deals the first pitch. Early swings and fouls it back.
Batting
The
is the
backstop.
first baseman, number
Gage Wood,
15,
3 strikeouts
Nate
tonight
Early
through 4 innings. Has
from
given
Louisville.
up just 1 run on a few hits.
Stay above it now.
0-1. Wood to his wind and he fires.
job,
Fastball letter high, outside misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. The count is even. Wood already back on the rubber. Into his windup. Here's the 1-1. Early swings, fouls it away. On the third base side, heads into the parking lot. Hopefully all the cars are okay. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lights starting to turn on here at Spillane Field. 7:25 local time on the East Coast. 1-2. He looks at a fastball below his knees that misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I told you, make sure that QZ is handy because this is famously the buggiest field in this league. You're going to get eaten if you don't have something to cover you.
2-2 home. Early swings at a fastball upstairs, and Gage Wood punches out his 4th batter of the night, and there's 1 gone here in the 5th.
Now batting the catcher, number 17, Gio Cueto.
Gage Wood has
from
really
Saxon.
worked himself a strong, basically sits that hit to lead off the second. Only 1 batter's reached on him. He has really started to mow down batters, and man, they won that game against Chatham because he started so well. If they win this game tonight, it will be in part because he started so well.
The righty Gio Cueto, a breaking ball that misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. And Abe, you mentioned about mowing him down. He's able to get Cueto down. He's officially basically mowed down this order 2 times through. The righty Wood shakes a couple times, now offers the 1-0. Breaking ball inside. Misses. 2 balls and no strikes the count to the catcher Gio Cueto. He flew out to Gage Wood in his first at-bat in the 3rd. 2-0. Breaking ball, misses upstairs. 3 balls and no strikes the count. Gage Wood Takes a deep breath behind the hill, wipes his right hand on his right thigh, and gets ready. In front of his face, winds up 3-0. Fastball right down the pipe, 3 balls and a strike now. So a hitter's count to the catcher, Gio Cueto, who coming into the game just 1 for 14 through 4 games this summer. 3-1. Checks his swing. It's a called strike on the outer third. Now the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 away. We're in a 4-1 contest that sees the Commodores on the high side. Nobody on the base paths. Full count pitch. Cueto looks at a pitch down low. It bounces away from Scott Mudler, and it's a full count walk to the backstop of the Gatemen.
Now batting the leadoff hitter, playing second base, number 13, Johan Desero from Stetson.
Gatemen get a runner on base with 1 away here in the home half of the 5th. Trailing by 3. The lineup flips over to Johan Desero, who has walked and scored and flown out to center field in his 2 go-arounds. The time he came around to score in the first represents the only Gateman run of the evening. Would now pitch it out of the stretch to face the lefty Desero. First pitch. Desero swings, loops it over on the third base side of the foul territory. Scott Mudler pops out of his crouch and grabs it as he loses his mask, and there's 2 gone in the 5th.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 6, Bobby Boza.
3 batters, 2 gone here in the 5th. 1 runner on base is Gio Cueto after a full count walk. And here's Bobby Bozer, who's 0 for 2 today, coming into the game. 3rd best batting average in the league. His gray cleats take the back of the right-handed batter's box. Those white chalk lines pretty much faint already here in the 5th inning. Barely see those batter's boxes, at least from here on our third base side where we sit. Wood works middle of the rubber out of the stretch. Red glove at his belt. Strides the first pitch, and Bozer foul tips it away. 3 balls and 1 strike.
I didn't catch the name of their public address announcer, but you can tell he has a very thick Boston accent. Bobby Boza. He's not like Braden. Nobody will ever replace Braden Shank, the original the original PA voice of Spillane Field.
0-1, breaking ball letter high. Pours it in his own for a strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. And you heard Braden Shank on the call last night. His 2nd time on Doors Radio. He makes his TV debut tomorrow here with me. Super excited for that. 0-2 home. Bozer checks his swing. It scoots past Bobby Bozer to the backstop. Giving that Scott Mudler the catcher. Bozer takes first on a drop 3rd strike. So he reaches base. And Gio Cueto heads for 2nd.
Let's take advantage, Murph.
Did you know that Braden sings?
I did not know that Braden sings.
He would sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Now batting the 3rd baseman, number 24,
We're going to have to incorporate that back at Gov Fuller Field.
Emma Ryan taking the mic.
You have given me
He's no Isaiah
golden information.
He's no Isaiah Barquette.
Wait, I actually wanted to ask you.
Couple of runners on base. Murph Gray, the batter, in the right-handed batter's box with 2 going here in the home half of the 5th. Bozer at first, Cueto at 2nd. First pitch, fastball runs too far inside. 1 ball and no strikes. The Doors lead it 4-1. Looking for that first road win of the summer. They got walked off on the road last night, 4-3 against Hyannis. 1-0. Fastball upstairs. Gray pulls the trigger and misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. The count is even. Reese Chapman waits on deck. He's 0 for 2. Murph Gray a double and a hit by pitch today. One turn, spins, no throw to 2nd. Counts as the first disengagement.
This inning has really started to spiral a bit. You need to bear down and get this last out. 5th inning, you would have liked to see Wood for a 6th. I don't know how realistic that is now.
1-1, and Gray spills it foul over the first base dugout out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gage Wood a chance to strike out his 3rd batter of the inning. Boosts his total to 6 through 5 innings.
We've only seen, what, 1 Commodore pitcher, Matt Dallas, go into the 6th inning this year.
1-2 home. Gray rolls it on the ground, left side, the third baseman moves it out of his glove, runs up there, hands it. And it will be an error to Dylan Carey as he looked to work around the baseball and run through it. It just took a funky hop.
Now batting the right fielder, number 7,
Now the bases are loaded.
From Tennessee.
Bobby Bozer heads to 2nd, Gio Cueto to 3rd. And now Scott Mudler, the catcher, calls time, trots out to the mound to talk with Gage Wood.
Yeah, those mistakes will absolutely kill you with this offense. They're too good to be making those kind of mistakes against.
You mentioned mistakes, Aiden. A couple of mistakes in the last two batters. It was Bobby Bozer who struck out with 2 outs. It was a drop third strike. He hustled down to first and made it. And now an error on the third baseman, Dylan Carey. So 2 at-bats that really should have ended the inning. Falmouth still holds a 3-run lead, but that can change really quickly. Reese Chapman, the Tennessee Volunteer, into the left side with the bases juiced. Wood now works out of the windup. His red glove in front of his face, underneath his black cap. First pitch home. Chapman bounces to the right side. Barquette vacuums it up at first, reaches and tags the bag with his black glove with a third and final out. Well, it wasn't exactly pretty, but Isaiah Barquette gets it done, and Gage Wood gets out of the jam. Through 5 innings, 4-1, Falmouth leads over Wareham on Doors Radio.
With over 40 years in the business, Hydro Seating by Norman has tackled every challenge imaginable, from residential homes to baseball fields and even Logan Airport. Norman and his team put an emphasis on quality and budget-friendly solutions delivered by a true professional. Head to hydroseatingexpert.com for your next seating solution.
Ace Ticket is proud to be a platinum sponsor of Falmouth Commodores baseball. They specialize in hard-to-find tickets for all types of events. Their secure website provides the ideal solution to all your ticket needs, and their experienced staff is standing by ready to help. Visit aceticket.com to get in the game.
For the best deals in the Cape Cod housing market, visit Diana Lucivero and her team of realtors at Compass. Diana has developed a reputation for routinely going above and beyond to exceed her clients' expectations, and she's sure to find you your dream Cape Cod home. Visit Compass and Diana Lucivero at dianalucivero.com.
All right, whenever you're ready. All right, 3, 2. Whether you own a car, home, business, or investment property, you want to keep it secure and protected. Since 1989, our friends at Northeast Metro West Insurance Agency have provided reliable insurance services across the Commonwealth. They offer that personal touch to ensure that your assets are safe and secure. Visit them on the web at neinsure.com or stop in to their Falmouth location at 194 Worcester Court to find a policy that meets your needs.
Preach. At Lawrence Lynch, we build and improve infrastructure that connects people and transforms our communities for the better. We strive to be an industry leader in civil construction by empowering our talented employees, respecting our supply chain relationships, and exceeding expectations in our service to our customers. There's no place quite like Lawrence Lynch. Visit us on the web at lawrencelynch.com or get in touch at 508-548-1800.
Hey, this is Joe Castiglione of the Boston Red Sox. Stay tuned for more Commodores baseball.
Top side of the 6th here on Doors Radio, live from Wareham, Massachusetts. The Commodores ahead 4-1, 4-5-6 up. Carey, Caraway, Gaffney. Righty Carey digs in to face Pluta. First pitch fastball, letter high and outside. Excuse me, it's inside. Ball's in 1 strike. Carey a single and a strikeout today. Pluta deep breath into his windup and deals the first pitch. The second pitch, breaking ball, check swing down to first base, and Carey does go around. No balls and 2 strikes the count.
Saw Tom Chmielewski make his way down to the bullpen. They did pull him early, MJ, last night before the winning run was scored. He did get charged with a loss, I believe, but he may be able to go today.
0-2. Carey swings and lifts it in the air to shallow left field. Charging in is the center fielder, and Reese Reinhardt lays out. It doesn't grab it. It bounces, and the left fielder White picks it up. Carey scurries around first to second. A leadoff double for Dylan Carey, and it's a 2-hit night for the Nebraska Cornhusker.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 22, Trent Caraway from Oregon State.
Little off the end of the bat blooper for Caraway with 2 strikes, and he gets it to fall here at a deep Spillane field. Both Reinhardt and White were playing back. So it's a leadoff man on second base. A 4-1 contest. Commodores with the lead, and here is the righty stick, Trent Caraway, with a runner at scoring position. Pluta works out of the stretch for the first time tonight. First pitch home, and Caraway fouls it away behind home plate. Oohs and ahs erupt from the first base side where the Falmouth Commodores sit. They thought Caraway was about to blast that one into orbit. 5'8" Pluta peers down the hill, rests that baseball on his right thigh. Now meets his black glove at his chest. Breaks back to second base. and comes home. A 1 Caraway rolls it on the ground left side. The third baseman Gray stabs it, moving to his left, casts it to first base. A nice stretch by Nate Early for the first out here in the 6th.
Gatemen have been able to bear down a little bit defensively after they made those early mistakes.
Now batting the left fielder, number 16, Luke
Here's a guy that's had a
Gaffney.
pretty good day at the plate. Luke Gaffney, 2 for 2, a 2-run homer and a double. He's got some traffic on the base paths. Dylan Carey led off the inning with a double. He still stands at second. Falmouth leads Wareham 4-1 with 1 gone here in the top of the 6th. Righty Gaffney digs in. Righty Pluto looks twice at second and comes home. Fastball outer half, good. 4 strike 1. Gaffney holds up on the string. No balls and 1 strike. Pluto pitched 25 times this past spring in Arizona. Recorded a 3.07 ERA. 2 wins and 1 loss. 0-1 home. Gaffney takes a neck-high fastball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike the count with 1 gone in the top of the 6th. Carey, their lone runner on second base after a leadoff double. Trent Caraway grounded out to third behind him. Infield completely covered in shade now. 7:38 local time. Almost an hour, 40 minutes into this one. 1-1. Breaking ball misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike the count to the left fielder Luke Gaffney. Leads the ball club with 13 RBI coming into the game, yet now has 15 after that 2-run shot in the 2nd. Pluto pins his black glove against his left tip. Now comes set in the middle of the rubber out of the stretch. 2-1 offering. Gaffney pops it up behind home plate and it trickles out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count's level.
Keep going, 5-0.
All of left field is now shaded. A bit of center field is shaded, yet right field still draped in sun. Wind blows out to right center field. You can see the American flag and the Cape Cod Baseball League flag blowing in that direction. Long hold on the hill for Pluto. 2-2 home. Breaking ball. Gaffney slaps a line drive the other way. It drops into right field for a base hit. Chapman fires home quickly. Dylan Carey is held up at third base as he advances from second. It is a 3-hit day for Luke Gaffney. And
Now
a
batting
triple
the
shy
right
of the
fielder,
cycle.
number 17, Gavin Turley from Oregon State.
Once again, Luke Gaffney gets a breaking ball upstairs, doesn't miss it. Goes the other way this time. So there's runners on the corners. Now for the big boomstick, Gavin Turley. 4-1 Commodores lead. Can get increased right here with a Gavin Turley base hit. Dylan Carey at third base after a leadoff double. Luke Gaffney over at first with a single moments ago. Turley, the right-handed batter, has an RBI today. It came in the 4th inning on a ground out to the second baseman. Luna, long hold on the hill. Kicks and deals. The first pitch, a breaking ball down low in the dirt outside. Ball 1. Gio Cueto did a nice job to slide to his right and backhanded to keep the runners stable in their respective positions. Carey at third, Gaffney at first. 1 ball and no strikes to count to Turley. Pluto comes set slowly, deals it home. Fastball inside called strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count on Turley. He turned his left shoulder and raised his hands up to avoid getting hit. And our home plate umpire, Mike Hinojosa, disagreed with Turley's thoughts about it coming too far inside. Pluto comes set out of the stretch, 1-1 home. Turley rockets it into shallow center field. It drops for a base hit in front of Jace Reinhardt. In to score is Dylan Carey. On to second is Luke Gaffney. And Gavin Turley picks up his second RBI of the day. And the Commodores push the run lead to 4. It now stands at 5-1.
Now batting the catcher, number 45, Scott
I'll tell you,
Butler
MJ, if
from Oklahoma.
half this offense was in the game last night, the Doors would have won. But I do think I'm very proud of the way that they've rebounded tonight. That was a very bad loss to take last night. On a walk-off, your first of the season after you tie it in the 9th. To come back in one of the hardest places to play in this league and to play like this is a very good feeling. And now you'd like to try and do it again tomorrow. You do have to finish this one tonight.
First pitch ball inside to the lefty Scott Mudler. Backstop tonight for the Falmouth Commodores. And Tony Pluto in his 2nd inning of relief work will set down the top of the order. 1-2-3. Willits, Keelan, and Rose. It has given up 3 base hits and 4 batters so far here in the 6th. 1 ball, no strike, the count to Mudler. 1 gone in the inning. Pitch home. Breaking ball in the dirt. Cueto blocks it up and keeps the runners at their respective positions. It's Gaffney leading off second and Turley off of first, both with a single. 5-1 Commodores with the edge here in the top of the 6th inning. Still chasing that first road win. 2 balls and no strikes, the pitch home. Mother takes it below the knee fastball that misses. 3 balls and no strikes to count with 1 gone in the top of the 6th inning. Doors have now scored in all but 2 innings. Those 2 goose eggs, the 1st and the 5th. Luda comes set, black glove at his chest. 3-0 home. Mudler takes it helmet high fastball for ball 4. And Tony Pluto walks Scott Mudler on 4 pitches, and the bases now loaded for Isaiah Barquette. Gio Cueto calls time, waltzes out into the hill to talk to Pluto as his back turned to him and now turns around to face his catcher. Temperatures begin to grow a bit chillier here. Aiden, you mentioned it, going to need the quarter zip later. The lights begin to shine a bit brighter as the sun sets. I've not gotten bit yet, at least I don't think I have.
All right. Just checking.
Continue to monitor myself.
Report back.
I will report back pretty soon. Bases loaded.
Now
the 9-hole Isaiah Barquette
baseman, number 6,
grinds into the right-handed batter's box.
Barquette
A chance for him to
from
pick
Stetson.
up his first RBI of the summer. He's still not driven in a run yet through 35 plate appearances. Bases loaded though in a 5-1 contest. Falmouth leads 1 gone in the 6th. First pitch home. Fastball right down the pipe from Pluto. No balls and 1 strike.
Wareham does not give up a lot of hits here. This 159 they've given up on the season, that is the 4th in the league, or 4th lowest in the league. They're not a team that gets barreled up a lot.
0-1 home. Barquette lunges out and fouls it backwards behind home plate.
You can keep that foul ball courtesy of attorney Glenn Hannington
Bases
and
are
his
loaded.
daughter
Luke
Temis.
Gaffney at 3rd, Gavin Turley at 2nd, and Scott Mudler at 1st. Gaffney had a single, Turley had a single, and Mudler walked in 4 pitches. 1 gone in the inning. 5-1 Falmouth on top of Wareham, the top team in the West Division. 0-2 home to Barquette. He swings and skies it high up, back behind home plate. The catcher, Cueto, loses his mask and now is called off by the first baseman early, and he gobbles it up for the 2nd out of the inning. Barquette flies out in foul territory with the bases loaded, and now it's up to Jackson Willits to ensure the Commodores don't leave him juiced. It's what happened last night against Hyannis in the top of the 9th.
And listen, it's a 4-run game. Wareham certainly could
Now batting
come
the
back
leadoff
from that,
hitter, playing
but
second base, number
you
18,
feel
Jackson
like
Willits from Oklahoma.
you score a couple more runs here. This is a totally different game. You get it to 7, even 8-1. This is just a completely different game.
First pitch home. Willits slides out of the way of a fastball that runs inside. 1 ball and no strikes.
No walks tonight from Willits. How about that?
Couple of strikeouts and a
Yeah,
ground out.
2 strikeouts. That's rare for him.
A chance for Willits to pad his stats once again. Bases loaded. Falmouth up 5-1. Would love a base hit from the leadoff man, Jackson. Pitch home. And 1-0 turns to 1-1 on a changeup that goes down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 gone. Top of the 6th inning. Commodores already have gotten 1 in this half inning. A chance to bring home some more with the bases loaded. Pluto on the hill. Strides and shoots the 1-1. Willits punches it out of play in the air on the left field side and goes foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
On top of the school. Kids went to go get it. They don't know where it went.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 gone. A breeze gusts through Spillane Field here in Wareham, Massachusetts. Last place Commodores versus the first place Gatemen here in the West Division. 1-2. Willits lifts his hands on an inside fastball to avoid getting hit. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gaffney at 3rd, Turley at 2nd, Mudler at 1st. Switch bat Jackson Willits at the left side here in his 4th trip to the plate. Tony Pluto on the hill, peers down and gets the sign from his catcher Cueto. Comes set, lifts his leg and comes home. 2-2, Willits fouls it away and it dribbles to the backstop. Keep it here at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Gatemen have fought in these counts, man. It's been wonderful to see. The 2-strike hitting, excellent tonight.
Willits was 1 for 4 last night at Hyannis. A base hit gives him that same line tonight. It would be a clutch first base hit with the bases loaded. Put a deep breath on the hill. Roxon fires the 2-2. And Willits fights it away again. Clears it over the backstop. And we stay here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I keep talking about that sun setting over here on the left field side. Every position now covered in shade except for right field. So a few bits of sunlight dropping in over at Reese Chapman in right field. Gaffney fakes a sprint towards home, now bounces back. 2-2. Willits pokes it down the left field line, and it just misses the chalk. Would have been a dangerous base hit. Gavin Turley was already wheeling around third base. Scott Mulder was right behind him, and it's another long strike. We keep it here at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I'm starting to get bit. I'm basically ready for the QZ.
The bugs are coming as the sun sets here in Wareham.
Also legs, too.
Falmouth looking to bite. Already have bitten once here in the 6th. This would be a big bite from Jackson Willits with a base hit. Working a really nice count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's been a great at-bat for the leadoff man out of Oklahoma. The right-hander Pluto. Deep breath on the hill. Comes home with a 2-2. Willits fights it off again. And Isaiah Barquette, his teammate, loud claps in the first base dugout. We keep it here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 5-1 Falmouth leads over Wareham. Looking for that first road win. We keep on saying it because it's that important. They'll see the Gatemen at home tomorrow. Unofficial home and home. This is a makeup game for the rainout on June 30th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. The pitch home. Willits blows his bat by a breaking ball, and the Commodores leave the bases juiced. They do grab one.
That
It's a
Gatemen
5-1
strikeout
lead
is
for
brought
Falmouth,
to you by the
and they
law
hope leaving the bases
offices
loaded
of
does not
Wayne,
come back to bite them
Affairs,
the
and
same way the
Bourne.
Bugs are biting my partner, Aiden Blank. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We'll see if Gage Wood trots out for another inning on Doors Radio.
Shipwrecked Falmouth is a premier beachside restaurant and bar located at Falmouth Heights Beach here in beautiful Cape Cod. Open year-round for indoor and outdoor dining, Shipwrecked features classic New England summer options with some interesting twists. Try crab cakes, fish and chips, pizza, and even sushi. Stop in at 263 Grand Ave for your modern dining experience. Authentic Cape Cod dining is right around the corner at Jim's Clam Shack. Open seasonally for over 50 years, Jim's features oceanfront views with all the lobster, shrimp, burgers, and clams you can ask for. Stop by for a pregame meal or enjoy an off day at Jim's Clam Shack. Find them at 227 Clinton Ave right here in Falmouth and hit your next meal out of the park.
The Waterside Group develops and manages a broad range of private real estate, lifestyle, and entertainment companies with a team of seasoned professionals and partners. We leverage industry knowledge with insight and innovation to create vibrant communities and elevated experiences. Their development and management staff provide an extraordinary mix of expertise, creativity, enthusiasm, and talent to ensure the success of our holdings. Find them online at watersidegroup.com.
Hi, I'm Luke Gaffney, a first baseman for Purdue, and you're listening to Commodores Baseball.
It has been a great day for Luke Gaffney. I mean, a marvelous day at the plate. A 2-run homer, a double, and a single. He's a triple shy of the cycle, and a big reason why the Falmouth Commodores lead 5-1 over the top team in the West Division, the Wareham Gatemen, here on the road at Spillane Field. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, and Gage Wood is still rocking and rolling on the hill. The starter's got 5 strikeouts.
Now batting
his first
the
5 innings of
fielder,
work.
number 20,
He faces
Jace
5,
Reinhardt
6, 7.
from
Reinhardt,
West
White,
Virginia.
and Jimenez to get this 6th inning underway. And partner, the only person that has gone 6 innings plus is Matthew Dallas this summer for the Commodores.
That changes right now.
First batter he faces is the righty Jace Reinhardt. The righty Wood winds up and deals the first pitch home. And the first pitch is fouled away over on the first base side. No balls and 1 strike.
Well, this is what you needed. Helps your bullpen. Again, you got 2 more games here that are of equal or even more importance coming up.
0-1, and Reinhardt does the same thing, fouls it away on the first base side. No balls and 2 strikes. Gage Wood is a strikeout machine. We've talked about it the last time he pitched. 9 strikeouts in 5 innings. He's got 5 through 5 tonight. Digs in his red glove as he gets the sign from Mudler. 0-2 home.
Fastball, outer half, strike 3. Gage Wood's got 6 punch-outs, and he sets down Jace Reinhardt with a backwards K to begin the 6th.
Now batting the left fielder, number 33.
I completely forget which game we had talked about it, but we talked about,
West Virginia.
Sometimes Wareham just needs to rise to the challenge. I think maybe it was Katuitt when they won on the 3rd. I said, you know what, sometimes to break out of a slump, you need to get challenged a little bit. And clearly this is what has happened. Next batter, the lefty, Sam White. He looks at a fastball just above the knees. It's a called strike from Gage Wood. No balls and 1 strike to count. Commodores with a 5-1 edge right now. 0-1. White swings at a changeup this time, too low in the zone. No balls and 2 strikes. White went chasing, did not get anything. A couple of singles tonight through 2 trips. 0-2 from Wood. Fastball in her half. White lifts his hands as the ball misses inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody on base with 1 gone. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Doors ahead by 4. 1-2 home from Wood. Breaking ball bounces in the other batter's box. It's a level count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gage Wood rocking and rolling on the hill. Already into his windup. Here's the 2-2. Lefty White bounces it on the right side. Willits gloves it back into the hole on a couple of hops. Slings it across his body. And Jackson Willits makes a great play for the 2nd out of the 6th.
Now batting
that was something else, wasn't it? He had to stop all his momentum and completely reshift it.
From Central Florida.
Jackson Willits playing at second base really the majority of the summer. Gavin Keelan is the shortstop. Willits not known as a second baseman. He is a middle infielder, but mainly plays shortstop at Oklahoma. 2 gone, the righty shortstop Antonio Jimenez digs in for the Gatemen. First pitch, fastball just above the knees, called strike 1. Partner even into his 6th inning of work. Gage Wood still bringing the heat. Back on the hill already. In a groove, he shakes 1, nods to the 2nd, deals the 0-1. Breaking ball, Jimenez goes fishing, does not come up with a catch. No balls and 2 strikes with 2 gone. Gage Wood looking for a 1-2-3 6th inning. Digs in his red glove, nods with a smile at the side. 0-2. Breaking ball, bounces in the dirt. Mudler wears it off his red Oklahoma chest protector. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bases were cleared. Here with 2 going in the 6th. Falmouth leads 5-1. Jimenez just our 3rd batter of the inning. Strikeout looking for Reinhardt and a ground out for Sam White. 1-2. Jimenez laces it backwards off the netting. And foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes it stays. The shortstop leads the ball club in home runs this summer with 4. Has 7 RBI, yet his average coming into the game just at .213. Right foot and left foot as White cleats dig into the back of the right-handed batter's box. 1-2 home. Jimenez swings, lifts it up into shallow right field. In foul territory, it's the first baseman Barquette who's got a beat, and he gloves it next to his black cap for the 3rd out of the inning. Gage Wood still looks really strong after 6 innings, and he's big reason why Falmouth has a 5-1 edge heading into the top of the 7th.
With over 40 years in the business, Hydro Seeding by Norman has tackled every challenge imaginable, from residential homes to baseball fields and even Logan Airport. Norman and his team put an emphasis on quality and budget-friendly solutions delivered by a true professional. Head to hydroseedingexpert.com for your next seeding solution.
For the best deals in the Cape Cod housing market, visit Diana Lucivero and her team of realtors at Compass. Diana has developed a reputation for routinely going above and beyond to exceed her clients' expectations, and she's sure to find you your dream Cape Cod home. Visit Compass and Diana Lucivero at dianalucivero.com.
Shipwrecked Falmouth is a premier beachside restaurant and bar located at Falmouth Heights Beach here in beautiful Cape Cod. Open year-round for indoor and outdoor dining, Shipwrecked features classic New England summer options with some interesting twists. Try crab cakes, fish and chips, pizza, and even sushi. Stop in at 263 Grand Ave for your modern dining experience.
When you think of summer in Cape Cod, you think of 3 things: beaches, baseball, and seafood Sam's. Since 1974, Sam's has been a Falmouth tradition, offering the very best in fresh local seafood. With over 100 items on their menu, the whole family can enjoy their award-winning Cape Cod cuisine. Stop by before the game at 356 Palmer Ave and try out the best Seafood Sam's has to offer.
Hi, I'm Megan Murphy. I'm the photo coordinator for the Falmouth Commodores, and you're listening to Commodores Baseball. Now back to the ballpark.
Located in Shaw's Plaza.
Well,
Head
if
on
you see
over
some
for
beautiful
pickup or
pictures,
let them
it's
deliver
likely
to you.
from Meg Murphy or our guy Nate Gardner. What a dynamic duo we have behind the photo lenses. As now as we head to the final third of the ball game, I turn it back over to my partner Aiden Blink. 5-1 edge for the Commodores. Take us home, man.
All right, MJ. We'll try to bring it home. Doors up 5-1. Have not had a 4-run lead on the road in a long time. If you're a Falmouth fan right now, you're thinking, pinch me. Let's see. Again, maybe it took what a lot of people consider to
Now
be.
batting the shortstop, number 3, Gavin Keelan from Louisville.
The worst road trip of the year to get a win. Keelan, Rose, Carey. Let's do it here in the 7th. Doors sent 7 to the plate in the 6th. A big inning, even though they only got 1 out of it. First pitch is high for ball 1. Aiden, MJ, Ryan, and you, our third producer of the night. They all just keep quitting on us.
They're all bringing good mojo.
It's true, the 1-0. High for ball 2. Gage Wood has lasted 2 play-by-play rotations in this ball game. Maybe a third if he could ever get into the 7th. Keelan in the 2nd spot in the lineup. He's 1 for 3. He smacks it on the ground to first, right in the glove of Early, who stabs and fires and runs it over to first for the opening out, and so he's set down for
Now
the
batting
time.
the center fielder, number 4, Zion Rose.
But Gage Wood is
from
waltzing
Louisville.
down the right field line, headed to the bullpen. His day's likely done, but man, what a great start it was.
And again, we saw Tom Chmielewski go out there earlier. You may hope. It certainly would be his spot, right? This is the situation you'd bring him in for. Pitch coming to Rose, who's over 3, is outside. He's up 1-0 in the count. That's the situation, right? Long relief, get you 2, maybe 3 innings, end this ball game. In those situations, he is locked down. The 1-0, high and out, 2-0. You put him in a very tight spot last night. He only lasted, 2-3 batters. You got him out quickly. Maybe this is why. Wanted to keep him hot for today at Spillane Field. Rose 2 strikeouts and a ground out. 2-0 is slapped hard and back at the stands on the right side of home plate. Foul for 2-1. Full wind coming. 2 balls and 1 strike. Rose takes the low and outside 3-1. This will be the 2nd straight year that Falmouth only takes 2 trips to Spillane Field. They took 3 road games against the Gatemen last year, but the 3rd, if you remember, was at Mass Maritime Academy, which is technically up in Bourne. The 3-1 high for ball 4, and Rose is on for the first time tonight, working a walk. They did not continue that. In fact, none of those specialty games continued this year. The Gatemen played at Buzzards Bay.
Now batting the third
They
baseman,
also
number
played a game
28,
at Polar Park, and then
Dylan
YB
Carey
played Hyannis at
from
Dunkin' Donuts
Nebraska.
Park. None of those games continued here in 2024. Dunkin' Donuts, a very long drive. Getting to Hartford, Connecticut is a lot. Check swing, high and out. It is a called strike. It's 0-1 on Carey, who has 2 of the 5 runs tonight. He is, I think, the early front runner for player of the game. A strikeout, but a single and a double. And again, he scored twice. Lead off the first for Zion. Pitch, check swing, into the dirt. They appeal. Went around. It's 0-2.
I think Luke Gaffney also makes a strong case for player of the game.
It's
Both
true.
guys have had great games, though.
Yeah, Gaffney does have that 3rd hit. I forgot about Gaffney. See what Carey can do here. Trying to outdo his teammate. The 0-2, runner takes off. It's a check swing into the dirt. Throw down to second. Oh, it was a bad jump by Rose, and he's well out. I don't know what happened there, but Zion was not even close to stealing second base. He is done. And Carey struck out. It was a strike him out, throw him out, double play, and Patrick Galley, the new pitcher out of Ole Miss, who we forgot to mention,
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, it is now
as
time
we
to
go
read off
to
your winning
the
numbers
bottom of the
50-50
seventh. They're
raffle
reading
prizes.
off whatever they're reading off, 50-50s here
For the
at Spillane
Cartland
Field. We'll go to the
prize,
bottom of the seventh,
winning
stretch time
ticket
at
number
Spillane.
is 40.
At Lawrence Lynch, we build and improve infrastructure that connects people and transforms our communities for the better. We strive to be an industry leader in civil construction by empowering our talented employees, respecting our supply chain relationships, and exceeding expectations in our service to our customers. There's no place quite like Lawrence Lynch. Visit us on the web at lawrencelynch.com or get in touch at 508-548-1800.
With over 40 years in the business, Hydro Seeding by Norman has tackled every challenge imaginable, from residential homes to baseball fields and even Logan Airport. Norman and his team put an emphasis on quality and budget-friendly solutions delivered by a true professional. Head to hydroseedingexpert.com for your next seeding solution.
Ace Ticket is proud to be a platinum sponsor of Falmouth Commodores baseball. They specialize in hard-to-find tickets for all types of events. Their secure website provides the ideal solution to all your ticket needs, and their experienced staff is standing by ready to help. Visit aceticket.com to get in the game.
The best of the West and the beasts of the East. Coming to Falmouth this July, it's the 2024 Cape League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cat. Come see the stars of tomorrow shine tonight with tickets on sale now at capecodleague.com.
Over 60 years and 4 generations, the vision of C.H. Newton Builders continues in their family-owned custom home building company with locations across New England. Expertise, customization, and first-class quality are all at the core of every project they complete. With C.H. Newton Builders, it's more than a home, it's a family. Find them at chnewton.com and get started today.
Hi, I'm Ryan Martin, a video director and associate producer from the University of Maryland, and you're listening to Commodores Baseball. Now back to the ballpark.
Ryan Martin just nearly ate it, getting up into the cage.
Now batting the
That's
first
okay.
baseman,
He
number
survived.
15,
We're all living.
Nate Early,
and we're back at
from
Spillane
Louisville.
Field as we go to the bottom of the seventh inning, and Edward Hart comes in to try and close this thing out. Gage Wood is in line for a win. Big-time performance out of him. First pitch, early swing, and it's fouled behind the press box by Nate Early, who was
Now
struck out twice
pitching
on the
for the
day.
Falmouth Commodores, number 35,
Edward Hart has
Hart
quickly become one of the
from Duke.
best arms the Doors have, not only in the bullpen overall. What a big-time pickup. One of those guys that's been here pretty much the entire season and has really stepped it up with a lot of these starting pitchers exiting. Early, Cueto, Desero coming up. Fastball off the plate, even count. Aiden Blank and MJ Newsom, great to be with you from the cage here at Spillane. As our Chatham counterpart Andrew Sulliver would say, we're raging Cajun. Called strike 1 and 2. I think that's what he calls a broadcaster at Spillane Field. Raging Cajun. The 1-2 from Hart. Check swing, just off the plate, 2-2. And that was a tough pitch to miss. Bottom of this order. Combined 0 for 3 early in Cueto. 2-2. Line drive left field, and it ducks down on Gaffney for a base hit. That was a really good piece of contact. Mike Mobbs, Wareham hitting coach, claps his hands here in the third base.
Now
coach's
batting the catcher,
box, and that
number
is a
17,
base hit
Gio Cueto
to lead off the inning
from
and
Stetson.
set up Gio Cueto.
A good start for Gatemen bats against Edward Hart. We mentioned how good Gage Wood was, and now you get a chance to look at somebody new from a different side. We'll see if that changes the juices.
Edward Hart, the Blue Devil, working from the stretch now with a runner on first here in the bottom of the seventh. Deals low and in. It's a ball and no strikes. Hart deals his second pitch on the outer third, called. Should make it a 1-1 count. Set the runner on first, now steps home, breaking ball, tap, wide of the bag at first base on the right side, and that is 1-2. Hart making his 8th appearance, or 7th appearance rather, of the season. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball stabbed on the mound by Hart. He's going to go to first. It took too long for him to pick it up to try and turn the double play, but that was a heads-up piece of defense there from Edward Hart.
Now
Gets
batting
the
the
1-3 put out,
leadoff
puts
hitter
Early
playing
on
second base,
You really
number
don't care too much
13,
about that
Johan
one.
Desero
Would have been nice
from
to get the double
Stetson.
play, but that's okay. Now here's Johan Desero, college teammate of Isaiah Marquette at Stetson. Stetson actually sends a lot of guys to Cape Cod this year. I was looking, I forget who it was. I think it was one of the beat writers who had posted, breakdown by college. And Stetson, I think 9, 10 players here. A-Sun champs. Early swing from Johan Desero, and he goes around. He walks, scored a run of the first, only run of the day for Wareham. Hart has a 2.53 ERA. It was 1.80 in June. Off the plate, 1-1. He's pitched in 4 games in the month of July, 3 in June. 10 2/3 innings overall. He's given up 14 hits, but only 3 earned runs. Hard hit right side, and it goes all the way down the right field line. Foul, it's 1-1. His whip is 1.69. He's not the biggest out pitcher, if that makes any sense. Opponents are hitting 326 off of him, but he's only allowed 3 earned runs, so he knows how to get out of it. That average really only matters if you're giving up a lot of runs. 1-2, fired low and out, 2-2. He's only walked 4, despite facing 48 batters. That's pretty darn impressive. Is that a 12th of the batters he faced? Dribbler, right side. Marquette off the bag to field it, flips to Hart. And they do get him at first base. A very delayed call. But Joe Hilton makes the call.
Now batting the
And that
designated
brings up
hitter, number
Bobby
6,
Bozer.
Bobby Boza.
Well, I think the
from
reason it was
South
such
Florida.
a close play is because
Number
Edward
6.
Hart paused before getting off the mound, and Jackson Willis, the second baseman, sprinted to first because Marquette had to bounce off. And so Marquette, I think, maybe took a second to figure out, should I go to Willis or should I go to Hart? Goes to Hart, he is there in time.
Bozer has struck out twice, but he did reach in the 5th on that drop third strike. Strike called the outer third to him. There's a lot of space around the backstop at Spillane Field. If you have a pitcher that's not hitting the zone, not that Hart is, but if you have a pitcher that's not really throwing accurately, it can be a bit of a problem. He lifts one in the air, right side, no man's land, and it goes far enough to face Turley for the out. And that was a tough play, but Turley able to come in and get it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a runner is stranded on third. Good first inning out of the bullpen for Edward Hart. We continue to move on here from the cage and Spillane Field.
All right, whenever you're ready.
All right, 3, 2. Whether you own a car, home, business, or investment property, you want to keep it secure and protected. Since 1989, our friends at Northeast Metro West Insurance Agency have provided reliable insurance services across the Commonwealth. They offer that personal touch to ensure that your assets are safe and secure. Visit them on the web at neinsure.com or stop in to their Falmouth location at 194 Worcester Court to find a policy that meets your needs.
Shipwrecked Falmouth is a premier beachside restaurant and bar located at Falmouth Heights Beach here in beautiful Cape Cod. Open year-round for indoor and outdoor dining, Shipwrecked features classic New England summer options with some interesting twists. Try crab cakes, fish and chips, pizza, and even sushi. Stop in at 263 Grand Ave for your modern dining experience.
With over 40 years in the business, Hydro Seating by Norman has tackled every challenge imaginable, from residential homes to baseball fields and even Logan Airport. Norman and his team put an emphasis on quality and budget-friendly solutions delivered by a true professional. Head to hydroseatingexpert.com for your next seating solution.
When the Doors need to fuel up, they head to Supreme Pizza and Subs. Their menu has
Hi, I'm Tanner Smith, a right-handed pitcher from Harvard, and you're listening to Commodores Baseball. Now back to the ballpark.
Welcome back to Spillane Field in Wareham. It is a 5-1 lead for the Doors, Aiden, MJ, and you. First pitch fouled off the plate by Trent Caraway. DH out of Oregon State, singled, scored a run in the fourth. Outside of that, he's 0 for 2, so 1 for 3 on the afternoon or the evening. Certainly has turned to evening here at Spillane. The pitch, Caraway takes it off the plate. The count is 1-1. Quick scoreboard update coming. 2-2, Brewster and YD, end of 9. That game getting close to dark time out in Yarmouth. Swing and a miss, it's 1-2. They are still playing, but it's getting pretty dark here. That game is in Yarmouth. Would be the same problem if it were in Brewster, where we will be on Sunday. Lift and a 1-2. Swinging strike 3. Caraway down to start the 8th inning.
That Gatemen strikeout
Keep the
is brought
scoreboard
to you by the
watch
law
going.
offices
How about
of
Hyannis?
laying
8-2. They have
and Bourne.
busted open all over the Catuit Kettleers. And they lead that ball game in the top of the 7th inning. They didn't score a lot last night. The offense wasn't really there, and I suppose they just, it was all coiled up, and they finally unleashed it. Here's the pitch coming to Luke Gaffney. Swing and a miss. 0-1. I'm sure that Wareham has the scouting report by now on Gaffney. 3-hit day.
Now batting the left fielder,
Single,
number 16,
double homer.
Luke Gaffney.
Triple, and
from
he hits for
Purdue.
the cycle. And this is probably the place to do it. It is a very deep outfield here at Spillane. Ball's low for 1-1. Bourne is on top of Orleans 10-2, so even if you win this game, unfortunately, you're not really gaining anything on Bourne. You just keep pace with them. And Chatham leads Harwich 6-1 bottom 4th. Here comes the 1-1. Gaffney coils and takes outside. It's 3-1. Rather 2-1. Patrick Galley stole the mound from Ole Miss. Hotty toddy.
Hotty toddy, gosh almighty.
2-1. Now it's 3-1. He takes it in the same spot, high and out. Again, tomorrow, these two teams meet at Gov Fuller Field in the regularly scheduled game. Get a chance to see Heath Andrews, a right-handed pitcher, 1-0 with a 3 ERA against Parker Coyle, left-handed pitcher, somehow 0-1 with a 2.92 ERA. Pitches high, and there you go. Gaffney just walked and reached base. The 4th
Now
time
batting the
in
right
this
fielder, number
game.
17, Gavin Turley.
So he's not hit
from
for
Oregon
the cycle
State.
yet, but he had to walk in there. I mean, what a day Gaffney's had. This is Gavin Turley. Oregon State reached for the first time last at bat, a single back in the 6th. He's ready. The runner on first, and he takes outside for 1-0. Crowd significantly depleted, I'll tell you. Falmouth delivered a blow to this crowd, which was, again, 600-700 maybe max. A 1-0 hard swing and a miss high fastball, 1-1. Blew it right by him. Gaffney on first, 1 out of the inning. The pitch into the dirt, scooped out by Cueto. It's 2 balls and a strike. A lot of misses coming here from Galley. Now he rockets one over the head of the shortstop, Johan Desero, the second baseman that is, and everybody moves up 90 feet. Hard hit baseball.
Now
Everybody
batting
moves
the
up.
catcher, number 45, Scott Muddler.
Well, that's the second time
from
Gavin
Oklahoma.
Turley has crushed one over the second baseman Desiro's head. Really nice job for Turley going opposite field both times for a big base hit. Now, Aiden, you've got 2 guys aboard, just 1 going. Got to find a way to produce some more runs here and pad that lead.
So here's Mudler. He's blown out twice and walked. He takes a strike. It's 0-1. Two on and one out. As some kind of bird flies in the outfield out in right center. Excellent backdrop. 0-1. High for 1-1. Oh no, it was a delayed strike call. 0-2. People don't really think of Wareham as Cape Cod because it's not, but it is that beachy vibe. You go down to the village of Onset. 0-2, grounded to short, fielded by Jimenez, flipped to second. One, Desero, the relay to first. It popped out of the glove of Early, and he's able to get on base. So runners go to the corners. Gaffney to third, and Turley out to second base.
Now batting the first baseman, number 6, Isaiah Barquette.
Scored a
from Stetson.
fielder's choice as Turley goes down. Yeah, the village of Onset, I think, as close to Cape Cod as you're going to get here. It certainly feels like it. It's a beautiful little beach town.
I think that bird's a seagull.
Is it?
I can tell. Well, it's a little too big to be a
We're
seagull.
not that far from the water. We're far enough that they don't really get the fog, but we're not that far. Squares DeBunt, pulls it back. High strike called on Barquette. Single scored a run back in the third.
Barquette's still looking for that first RBI of the summer. Another prime opportunity to do so.
Look in. Belt high set. Gaffney, slight lead off third. The pitch fired high and out at 1-1. One ball and one strike. Barquette takes off the plate now. 2-1. A lot of misses here from Galley. He struggled to find the zone. Two balls and a strike. Runners on the corners. And Barquette now into a hitter's count at 3-1. This is a big one. Again, you had this opportunity with the bases loaded a couple innings back, the 6th, and you didn't really use it all. Flushing those runs. That is high for ball 4, and the bases are now loaded for Jackson Willits. Well, he's not the
now
guy
batting
who's
the leadoff
get you a
hitter
grand
playing
slam,
second base,
but
number 18,
he is the guy that
Jackson
might be
Willits
able to connect.
from
He's
Oklahoma.
0 for 4 on the day, certainly due.
And he's the guy, Aiden, that struck out to end the 6th with the bases loaded. So obviously he wants to flip the script on that last time he had the bases juiced.
Wareham's pitching coach, new to the team this year, that is Eric Luxus, who is a head coach at Sickles High School in Tampa, Florida, has gone out for a mound visit. Ryan Smythe has returned for his 2nd season. Mike Mobbs has returned for his 3rd season with the Gatemen, his 2nd in a row. And Cody Doyle has returned as an assistant coach. But other than that, it is a new group. Assistant coach Charles Gravitt. Eric Luxus is new, and Gary Ruby, assistant coach at Keystone College, comes over with Smythe. Okay, so the bases are loaded. Gaffney is on 3rd, Mudler is on 2nd, Barquette is on 1st. Here's Jackson Willits. Checks his swing, takes strike 1. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Broken record. Takes one that skips in front of Cueto. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sounds of Spillane taking us through on a Thursday night. Commodores on the edge of the dugout trying to rally here. Willits takes a sharp hack. And he fouls it. You saw that better than I did. It almost hit our crowd mic?
It was pretty close. Not gonna lie, it was pretty close. You could hear it too. Kind of got a little jump scare.
It's mostly behind the netting. I think we're okay. If it hasn't hit it at home, it's like all good here. 1-2. And a high deal, 2-2. That's the sacrifice that we make to get you the best sounding broadcast in the Cape Cod baseball. If by some crazy situation that crowd might gets hit, it's hit. 2-2, swings and places it foul back towards the school. 2-2 again. Huge opportunity here for the Doors to break it open. 5-1 at the top of the 8th inning. There's 6 outs for their first road win of the season. 2-2. Chopper, right side, tough play. Galley overruns it. No, he's got it, and he runs it over to first. And for the second straight night, the Doors are left scoreless with the bases loaded. That is a G1 in the book. No runs on 1 hit with no errors and 3 runners left on base. Bottom of the 8th. Doors are 6 outs from a win here at Spillane.
Best of the West and the Beasts of the East. Coming to Falmouth this July, it's the 2024 Cape League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cat. Come see the Stars of Tomorrow shine tonight with tickets on sale now at capecodleague.com.
The Waterside Group develops and manages a broad range of private real estate, lifestyle, and entertainment companies with a team of seasoned professionals and partners. We leverage industry knowledge with insight and innovation to create vibrant communities and elevated experiences. Their development and management staff provide an extraordinary mix of expertise, creativity, enthusiasm, and talent to ensure the success of our holdings. Find them online at watersidegroup.com.
At Lawrence Lynch, we build and improve infrastructure that connects people and transforms our communities for the better. We strive to be an industry leader in civil construction by empowering our talented employees, respecting our supply chain relationships, and exceeding expectations in our service to our customers. There's no place quite like Lawrence Lynch. Visit us on the web at lawrencelynch.com or get in touch at 508-548-1800.
Shipwrecked Falmouth is a premier beachside restaurant and bar located at Falmouth Heights Beach here in beautiful Cape Cod. Open year-round for indoor and outdoor dining, Shipwrecked features classic New England summer options with some interesting twists. Try crab cakes, fish and chips, pizza, and even sushi. Stop in at 263 Grand Ave for your modern dining experience.
Hi, I'm Ryan, a pitcher from Northeastern, and you're listening to Commodores Baseball. Now back to the park.
Doors trying to boogie their way to a win. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, Falmouth facing Wareham for just the second time this season. This is a makeup of a game that got rained out on June 30th. And so, Edward Hart enters for his second inning out of the bullpen. It's Murph Gray, Reese Chapman, and Jace Reinhart. 3, 4, 5 coming to face him. And the first pitch is low for ball 1. Hart faced 4 in his opening inning, gave up a single to Nate Early. Other than that, retired 3. Lands a breaking ball in the outer third. It's taken 1-1. Doors have lost 10 in a row on the road. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball past Hart, over to shortstop. Friendly hop Keelan, and he fires to Barquette, who digs it out at first base. He's really grown into that position so well. Great dig, great
now
stretch,
batting the
but
right
great
fielder,
read by Gavin
number
Keelan. That
7,
ball scurrying across the ground the entire way. It hits the edge of the infield grass and pops up. Like you said, a little friendly hop for Keelan, and he brings his body up as he reads it. Just a spectacular play and moves through to make that first out. Batter now is Reese Chapman, right fielder out of Tennessee. I'd be honest, I was expecting a little bit more out of him tonight. 0 for 3. Pitch, a breaking ball lands over the plate. 0-1.
especially given how well he's hit the ball in his 3 games, 4 for 12 coming into the contest.
You know the best hitters can have their off nights, but he's certainly one of the highly touted bats in this lineup, and he lasers one out to right center and proves us wrong. Base hit for Chapman. He is now 1 for 4 on the night. Gets his first.
Now batting
in
the center fielder,
inning,
number 20,
and it brings up Jace Reinhardt, who's also looking to break it over.
From West Virginia.
Reinhardt grounded out the first, flew out the 4th, and struck out in the 6th. Getting late here at Spillane, and the Doors on top 5-1. Upset of the night in the Cape League if they can pull it. Lands a pitch over the plate for strike 1, though. Again, I'm going to call it an upset based on the records only. We've seen this in this team all season long. They just haven't been consistent enough with it. The pitch is swung on early and hit through the left side past Keelan, a base hit. And so the Gatemen rally, and they got 2 on here in the 8th inning.
Now batting the left fielder, number 33,
6.
Sam.
Now 5.
White from West Virginia.
But it is only a 4-run lead. We have certainly seen the Gatemen come back from worse. We've certainly seen teams do worse to the Doors. They led by 4 in that YD game early in the season. Hart with 2 on. Facing Sam White. Pitch into the dirt, blocked by Butler for ball 1. As we saw before the inning began, Mike Mobbs was just outside the dugout speaking with his team. He saw something in Hart outside 2-0 that he liked. They could jump on it. He was giving them some kind of advice, and clearly whatever it was, it's worked. 2-0, 1 out. The deal. Tapped on the ground, right side, and just fouled. Could have really used that to stay fair. Would have been an easy out. Would have moved the runners up, but would have been an easy second out, which is just what you need right now. One strike and 1 out. The 2-1 coming after a couple of looks from Hart to second. He deals the pitch, fouled above us, all the way over past the school. Two balls and 2 strikes, 1 down in the inning. We're looking to close out this little 2-game road stretch with a win before heading home for 2. The 2-2. Swinging strike 3, a big K of Sam White. It is the 3rd time he's been retired today.
Now batting,
and boy, did Edward Hart have to battle for that, but man, he showed some heart on the mound.
From Central Florida.
Just one of the best executed pitches, Aiden, can be that changeup low and away. That's exactly what he got White on. Just low changeup, lunge out in front, no chance to get contact.
Okay, now he needs the 3rd out. Here's Jimenez. Antonio readies. The first pitch to him lands low for ball 1. Crowd on their feet, ready for a Gatemen rally. Hart trying to shut it down on the mound. 1-0. Popped up right side, well fouled. Howard over the bleachers, and the count stays at 1-1. I wish we could tell you if there was action in the Commodore bullpen. We cannot see it. Expect, at least for now, it's Hart's inning. 1-1-2 on. Ground ball over to short. They're going to go to second and get the force. Keelan to Willits. 2 on, 1 out, no problem for Edward Hart, and the Doors are 3 outs from a victory. Try to pad it a little more, going to the top of the 9th here on Doors Radio.
Shipwrecked Falmouth is a premier beachside restaurant and bar located at Falmouth Heights Beach here in beautiful Cape Cod. Open year-round for indoor and outdoor dining, Shipwrecked features classic New England summer options with some interesting twists. Try crab cakes, fish and chips, pizza, and even sushi. Stop in at 263 Grand Ave for your modern dining experience.
The Waterside Group develops and manages a broad range of private real estate, lifestyle, and entertainment companies with a team of seasoned professionals and partners. We leverage industry knowledge with insight and innovation to create vibrant communities and elevated experiences. Their development and management staff provide an extraordinary mix of expertise, creativity, enthusiasm, and talent to ensure the success of our holdings. Find them online at watersidegroup.com.
The best of the West and the beasts of the East. Coming to Falmouth this July, it's the 2024 Cape League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cat. Come see the stars of tomorrow shine tonight with tickets on sale now at capecodleague.com.
Ace Ticket is proud to be a platinum sponsor of Falmouth Commodores baseball. They specialize in hard-to-find tickets for all types of events. Their secure website provides the ideal solution to all your ticket needs, and their experienced staff is standing by ready to help. Visit aceticket.com to get in the game.
With over 40 years in the business, Hydro Seating by Norman has tackled every challenge imaginable, from residential homes to baseball fields and even Logan Airport. Norman and his team put an emphasis on quality and budget-friendly solutions delivered by a true professional. Head to hydroseatingexpert.com for your next seating solution.
Authentic Cape Cod dining is right around the corner at Jim's Clam Shack. Open seasonally for over 50 years, Jim's features oceanfront views with all the lobster, shrimp, burgers, and clams you can ask for. Stop by for a pregame meal or enjoy an off day at Jim's Clam Shack. Find them at 227 Clinton Ave right here in Falmouth and hit your next meal out of the park.
Back at Spillane Field, Aiden Blank and MJ Newsom. The Doors are 3 defensive outs
now
from
batting
a win.
the
They will get
shortstop,
3
number
offensive
3,
outs
Gavin
here, though, and
Keelan
a chance to start it
from Louisville
with Gavin Keelan, Zion Rose, and Dylan Carey. It's been a very good top half of this lineup. The bottom half, I'll tell you. You look at Gaffney, Turley, Mudler, and Barquette, last 4 in this lineup. My goodness, that is a lot of hits. Reaching base. Into the ball game for the Gatemen is number 21, Jackson Lucas. Handed pitcher out of NC State. And the first pitch foul to the backstop. It is 0-1. Again, Keith Andrews versus Parker Coyle, our matchup at home tomorrow. Doors and the Gatemen again. 0-1, Howard in the air to right. Back now in Reese Chapman. He's got it for out number 1. Keelan strokes it, but not well enough. That is.
Now batting the center fielder, number 4, Zion Rose.
Well, it didn't sound like
from
Keelan got
Louisville.
all of that one. It sounded like he hit it maybe a little bit too far on the inside of the bat. And if he gets all that barrel, watch it fly, he would have really stroked it.
Here's Rose. 0 for 3 with a walk, takes strike 1. It's a quiet crowd that has stuck around, even with that semi-rally in the 8th inning. They have not seen any runs from their home team since the first inning. Pitch goes off the outside of the plate. It's 1-1. Remember, Wareham scored in the bottom of the first inning. That's it. Low in the dirt, 2-1. Isn't that quite something? And we kind of saw it last night, too, for a while. Hyannis only had 1 run. They were able to sneak out a couple more later in the game. This pitch is hit in the air to right field, giving Chase Chapman. He's seen a lot of action there. And it is 2 down in the inning at F9 again. And so it's
now
Dylan
batting
Carey,
the designated
maybe the last hitter of the night for the Doors.
Number 22. Correction. Now batting the third baseman, number 28, Dylan Carey from Nebraska.
Carey is 2 for 4. He has a single, a double, and 2 runs scored along with 2 strikeouts. Takes off the plate for ball 1.
Get Trent in play. Here we go. I'll do.
We've been delivered some popcorn here in the booth. It is a Wareham specialty. 1-0 swinging strike 1-1. That's good. Chopper foul to the backstop. 1-2. There is a concession. There's 2 concession stands here. Maybe the only place in the league that does that. There's one all the way down the left field line, and then there's one back here that just sells ice cream, slushies, and popcorn. Dribbler went off the plate first. Cap holds.
Hey, speaking of slushies, you know what today is, right?
What is it?
It is 7-11, July 11th. Free slushies at 7-Eleven.
The 7-Eleven near Casa Alma is open?
I think the 7-Eleven near Club Alma is open.
The 1-2. Takes side out, 2-2. All right. We'll have to stop on the way back. Get ourselves a slushie. Celebrate, hopefully, a Commodore victory. 2-2, 2 down. Check swing. Oh, and it was nearly barehanded by Francis Ferguson in the Commodore dugout. Fergie very upset with himself over there. He had it in his hand.
Could have made the play of the night.
2-2. They ring up Carey, who tried to sell a hip-hop pitch. All right. The Doors are 3 outs from breaking a 10-game losing streak
that
on the road.
strikeout is brought
They go
to you
down
by
1,
the
2,
law
3 in the top of the
offices
ninth.
of
Falmouth
Wayne,
5
Exeferis,
and
Bourne.
Wareham 1.
At Lawrence Lynch, we build and improve infrastructure that connects people and transforms our communities for the better. We strive to be an industry leader in civil construction by empowering our talented employees, respecting our supply chain relationships, and exceeding expectations in our service to our customers. There's no place quite like Lawrence Lynch. Visit us on the web at lawrencelynch.com or get in touch at 508-548-1800.
When you think of summer in Cape Cod, you think of 3 things: beaches, baseball, and seafood Sam's. Since 1974, Sam's has been a Falmouth tradition, offering the very best in fresh local seafood. With over 100 items on their menu, the whole family can enjoy their award-winning Cape Cod cuisine. Stop by before the game at 356 Palmer Ave and try out the best seafood Sam's has to offer.
The Waterside Group develops and manages a broad range of private real estate, lifestyle, and entertainment companies with a team of seasoned professionals and partners. We leverage industry knowledge with insight and innovation to create vibrant communities and elevated experiences. Their development and management staff provide an extraordinary mix of expertise, creativity, enthusiasm, and talent to ensure the success of our holdings. Find them online at watersidegroup.com.
Over 60 years and 4 generations, the vision of C.H. Newton Builders continues in their family-owned custom home building company with locations across New England. Expertise, customization, and first-class quality are all at the core of every project they complete. With C.H. Newton Builders, it's more than a home, it's a family. Find them at chnewton.com and get started today.
Hi, I'm Riley Stanford, a pitcher and outfielder from Georgia Tech, and you're listening to Commodores Baseball.
Three outs is all that stands between the Doors and their first win away from Gulf Fuller Field this season. 10 in a row have gone against them. They have a chance to win it not only on the road,
Now batting
but at
the
the
first
number
baseman,
one
number
team
15,
in the Western
Nate
Division.
Early from Louisville.
Let's do it. Brett Antolik has come on to pitch the 9th inning. Early, Cueto, Desero. 8, 9, and 1 in this Gatemen order, which has been largely silenced tonight. Check swing, in for strike 1. They lost at every ballpark but this one. Check swing, a chip to the backstop. It goes 0-2. They've lost in Hyannis twice. They've lost in Katuitt twice. But all those losses can get wiped right now. Second game of the second half of the season. Antolik, last time we saw him, not his day. ended up getting the loss in that game against Brewster that was called on account of darkness. The first time we saw him, he was immaculate. You'd like that. Fastball high and out. 1-2. We've seen him twice. Drastically different outcomes. You'd like the former to repeat itself tonight. The Aggie deals in the pitch, slicing foul behind the backstop.
You can keep that foul ball courtesy
Remains
of
0-2.
attorney Glenn Hannington and his daughter Tevis.
Last time the Doors won on the road, Hyannis, on July 31st of last year, 346 days and 11 games ago. Swinging strike 3, and Tolik gets his first batter. And Early goes down
Now
on
pinch
strikes for the
hitting
third
for the
time this
Wareham
evening, and they're going to
Gatemen
pinch hit
is
for
number
Cueto.
3, Jacob Gerald from Clemson.
So here is Jacob Gerald from Clemson, who's basically exclusively been in the bullpen tonight, warming up pitchers. It was his off night. He subs in for Gio Cueto. Readies, and takes low for ball 1. One out in the inning. Doors looking for their 8th win of the season. Here is the 1-0. It's in for strike 2. Or strike 1, rather. Even count at 1 ball and 1 strike. You laugh. You think it's 10 losses on the road. This team needs a road win badly. The 1-1, a swinging strike 1-2, and who knows? Maybe a road win against the best team in the league right now is what will spark this team. And again, you have to go play them tomorrow as well. Your next 3, 2 with Wareham, 1 with Bourne. The pitch is hit in the air to deep left field. Back racing Gaffney. It's off the fence on a hop. Gaffney retrieves. It is a double for Gerald off the bench, trying to spark this Gateman offense. And now
batting
flips
the leadoff
over
hitter
for
playing
Johan
second base,
Desero,
number 13,
second baseman.
Johan Desero from Stetson.
Desero is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored.
That was an absolute rocket in the left center
really
field.
was.
I mean, Gerald coming off the bench cold, like you said, he's warming up all the bullpen pitchers the entire game, and he comes in, puts a sweet swing on that with 2 strikes.
And Tolik peers in. Readies and deals. The pitch is fired to the backstop, 0-1. Gave up a home run in that outing with Brewster. He's had a knack for giving up big flies, but you are still spotted 4 runs here. Brett peers in, looks at second, 0-1. Line drive, right center field, racing back, and it's over the fence. 5-3, here come the Gatemen. That is the second home run Antolik has allowed this season. It is now a 2-run ball game.
That Gateman home run is brought to you by Kid.
Really good looking swing. Desiree had a couple of really strong strokes tonight. That one, the hardest.
Now batting the designated hitter,
Bobby
number
Bozer,
6,
the lineup
Bobby
goes again.
Boza from South Florida. Number 6.
Bozer, 2 strikeouts. He's 0 for 4. He reached on a strikeout back in the 5th. If anybody's due, it is Bobby. Deltai set for Antolik with the bases empty now, and he grounds it hard, foul, left side. Oh, dangerous swing from the Gatemen, at least for the next few days. And Bobby only here for a few more days, then he's off to go get drafted likely. Checks the swing, takes a strike, it's 0-2. 0-2, 1 out of the inning. Bottom of the ninth. Wareham scoring for the first time since the first inning. It's 5-3. Favor the Doors. 0-2. Low and down, 1-2. Steps in. He's ready. And Brett winds and fires, and the pitch, another hard hit ball, and another one that goes foul down the left field line. Bozer scaring Commodore fans right now, keeping them on the edge of their seat. Tolik, 2 long strikes in this at bat. 1-2, 1 out. Pitch high for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. He got him on the outer third. Bozer walks back in frustration, and Antolik with an excellent battle. He wins it for the second out.
Now batting the third
What a
baseman,
great
number 24,
bounce back at bat
Murph Gray
from Brett
Fresno
Antolik.
State.
Gives up a double, gives up a 2-run shot, and comes back against one of the best hitters in the league, a backward strikeout. Man, tough day for Bobby Bozer, too. 3 strikeouts.
1 out away from the win. Murph Gray reached in his first 3. He was set down for the first time in the 8th and takes ball 1. Outside, and now it's 2-0. 364 days since the Doors last won. Tolik steps off.
I was doing that the whole game.
2 balls, no strikes, and 2 out. Everybody up here at Spillane. A rip to the backstop. It's 2-1. You just need 2 more. It's only fitting that you get this sense of drama, as the Doors have just struggled away from home all season long. They are 7-4 at home. They have a great record at Gov Fuller Field. They just have not been able to win on the road. The pitch is hit in the air to center, incoming, and it's down on Sion Rose in right center. And a runner comes up, and here comes the tying run for Wareham.
Now batting the right fielder, number 7, Reese Chapman.
A lot of good-looking swings
Tennessee.
here off Brett Antolik. A double, a homer, now a single, and all of those have been hard line drives. And this guy, Reese Chapman, had a really hard line drive for a single an inning ago.
No mound visit. It is Antolik's game with the tying run at the plate and 2 out in the 9th. Chapman 0 for 3, and then he singled in the 8th, so he's 1 for 4 and takes low and outside 1-0, and this is just not the guy you wanted to see in this situation. Chapman has been so good this season. Absolutely tremendous. You need to get him out to end this game and win your 8th of the year. 1-0. Grounded hard and foul to the right side. 1-1. Once again, you're 2 strikes away. Wareham trying to rally. Doors trying to slam it. And whoever loses, it's going to be a wonderful matchup tomorrow. Wareham makes the reverse trip. They're coming to the Gov. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Misses on the inside corner. 2-1. Oh, brutal. Gatemen fighting down to their final out in this ball game with the tying run up. Chapman 1 for 4 with the single. Here's the pitch. And he swings and hits it foul to the backstop. And the Gatemen down to their final strike. Sizable Doors contingency on their feet. Gatemen trying to stay alive. Antolik, 2-2. Runner on and 2 out of the 9th. Pitch on the outer third, and the count runs full. Oh my goodness. The drama building here across the bridge. Doors lead by 2. Bottom of the ninth. Runner on and 2 out, and Antolik steps off. Jace Reinhardt, the center fielder, waits on deck. He was also 0 for 3 till a single in the 8th. Antolik wipes the sweat from his brow, adjusts his cap. He toes the rubber, peers in for the sign. Looking straight at Mudler, he's got it. Bell tie set, 3-2. Doors lead by 2 with 2 out in the 9th. The pitch, low for ball 4. Everybody's up 90 feet in the tying run aboard.
Now batting the center fielder, number 20, Jace Reinhardt
For
from
Brett
West
Antolik, man,
Virginia.
he's got to fight. Really dig it and fight to get this road win, Aiden.
One thing we haven't seen at all today is a mound visit from either side other than Yoel Tejeda in the first inning. And this will be the first for the Doors. Interesting. They've sent out Mike Landry. We, again, can't really tell if there's any action in the Commodore bullpen. It looks as if now it is the game for Antolik. He's going to stay in. They're going to pinch run. Wareham will. Brendan Summerhill from Arizona is going to
Now pinch running for your Wareham Gatemen is number 22, Brendan Summerhill from the University of Arizona.
The mound visit is broken up. Antolik stays in the game. Okay. So now it's up to Jace Reinhardt, center fielder. We're ready. Reinhardt 1 for 4 with a walk last night against Katuitt. Now, the pitch low and inside for ball 1. Now he's 1 for 4 again. Two on, 1-0. Check to swing. It is an out of the third strike, and it's 1-1. Brett, here's in. Beltie set, look at second, deals. It's grounded, over to short, fielded by Keelan. Flips it short, and that's it! For the first time in just under a year, it is a Door dub on the road. 5-3. Falmouth upsets the best in the West. And they have taken down Wareham for the first time in 2024.
Thank you for attending today's game and driving home safely.
Boy, did they need that. Just when you least expect it, this team comes alive. They get 5 wins. They have gone into a handshake line away from Gov Fuller Field for the first time this season. Hugs and kisses out in the middle of the field. And it feels like a 2-ton piano just got lifted off the back of this team, who has won their 8th in a row. 8th of the season, and their first on the road.
What a spectacular performance today from the Commodores, and it was really one of those games, Aiden. Steady offensive performance, great defensive performance, and great fielding. It was one of those games, partner, that we've talked about we wanted to see so long, so much this season, that everything just kind of fuses together. And today, it did. Outside of this last inning from Antolik with a double 2-run shot and a single, everything was picture perfect. Gage Wood was great. Edward Hart was great. Antolik came in and got the job done when it needed to get done, and the hitting partner was miraculous.
You bet that win is going to Gage Wood, and it is a very well-deserved win. He is now 1 in both of the starts he's thrown for the Doors. Let's take a short break, and we are back to break it all down on the post-game show with Falmouth in a big-time win.
Ace Ticket is proud to be a platinum sponsor of Falmouth Commodores baseball. They specialize in hard-to-find tickets for all types of events. Their secure website provides the ideal solution to all your ticket needs, and their experienced staff is standing by ready to help. Visit aceticket.com to get in the game.
All right, whenever you're ready.
All right, 3, 2. Whether you own a car, home, business, or investment property, you want to keep it secure and protected. Since 1989, our friends at Northeast Metro West Insurance Agency have provided reliable insurance services across the Commonwealth. They offer that personal touch to ensure that your assets are safe and secure. Visit them on the web at neinsure.com or stop in to their Falmouth location at 194 Worcester Court to find a policy that meets your needs.
When you think of summer in Cape Cod, you think of three things: beaches, baseball, and seafood Sam's. Since 1974, Sam's has been a Falmouth tradition, offering the very best in fresh local seafood. With over 100 items on their menu, the whole family can enjoy their award-winning Cape Cod cuisine. Stop by before the game at 356 Palmer Ave and try out the best seafood Sam's has to offer.
Authentic Cape Cod dining is right around the corner at Jim's Clam Shack. Open seasonally for over 50 years, Jim's features oceanfront views with all the lobster, shrimp, burgers, and clams you can ask for. Stop by for a pregame meal or enjoy an off day at Jim's Clam Shack. Find them at 227 Clinton Ave right here in Falmouth and hit your next meal out of the park.
The game might be over, but our coverage is just beginning. It's time to close the door with the postgame show on Doris Radio. Let's head back to the ballpark to break it all down.
How about that? A door dub on the road for the first time in basically a year. Falmouth winners 5-3 despite a late charge from the Gatemen. They win the front half of this home and home. And boy, it is a happy post-game show. Aiden Blank and MJ Newsom, we're celebrating because this team should be celebrating. They played one of their most complete games of the summer and got very much rewarded for it. Despite that late push from Wareham, they just beat the best team in the West Division.
A collective effort, my friend. It was a great offensive day across the board. You're stringing together hits and runs, something we have talked about so much. They did it against Orleans on Monday, and today they do it with a great pitching performance. I mean, just really solid all around the board. Gage Wood had such a great start. Only 1 hit in 6 innings, had 6 strikeouts. He has really become your new ace, Aiden. I think Gage Wood is clearly the best arm on this roster. Edward Hart comes in, does his job, and Tolik gets into some trouble, ends up striking out 2 guys, ends up being a big difference maker as well. And the defense was completely clean. I mean, such a great effort from the Doors. And now you get to go play these guys again tomorrow at home, where you've been red hot. You have not lost at home in quite some time. You got to replicate that success. If you can win this one tonight, of course you won. You win tomorrow. You defend home turf against Bourne on Saturday. This is a whole new conversation.
One quick check around the league scoreboard before we sign off for the night and go celebrate. Chatham leads Harwich 7-4. They're in the top of the 7th at Veterans Field. Chatham a chance to get back to 500 in that game. Earlier today, YD and Brewster, the first East Division tie of the season. All of the ties that come in the West up until now, but they tied 2-2 over in Yarmouth. Katuitt just absolutely smashed Hyannis 14-4. The final, the Harbor Hawks get the victory over the Kettleers. And outside of this game, only one other, and unfortunately, Bourne does get the win. That softens this a little bit, 12-2. But again, you're going to have a chance to beat them on Saturday. Bourne advances to 9-11. And again, your score tonight: Falmouth 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Wareham 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Gage Wood gets the win, and Yoel Tejeda gets the loss. Gage now 2-0 with a 1.42 ERA. Yoel 0-1 with a 4.76 ERA. Tomorrow's game is a duplicate of tonight. You're going to get the regularly scheduled game. This was a makeup. You'll get the regularly scheduled game between the Gatemen and the Commodores, the second time Wareham makes that trip up to Gov Fuller Field this season. Heath Andrews, right-handed pitcher with a 1-0 record, a 3.00 ERA, gets the start for Wareham. And it's Parker Coyle, left-handed pitcher out of Arkansas, 0-1 with a 2.92 ERA, getting the start for the Doors. 6 p.m. we get things going on the broadcast, and 5:40 we begin our pregame show, and looking forward to that. Hopefully you can join us. The Doors win by a final score of 5-3. For our entire broadcast crew, I don't even know who to shout out as a producer. Ryan Martin, Gabe Perrin, Braden Shank, everybody produced in this ball game tonight. We had fun in our first trip to Wareham of the season. 5-3 the final. We say so long from Spillane Field. The Gatemen get a dub.